Buckle up, bitches. It's Pup Cup time.
Scouty, 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 what is happening? How you doing? Are you ready for some playoff Overwatch?
Absolutely ready for playoff Overwatch.
Cameras.
I thought you'd never go live, County. I've been holding my best angle with the new camera for hours.
Yeah, it's I can't do things the easy way. That's just not my style. You know this about me. I don't even have the description of my stream right, so people that aren't aware are already missing out. But let's get right down to it tonight because we got a lot of games, and I'm hoping that they're going to be really exciting. First, we got Team Bruce versus Team Coda, ranked 2 and 3 versus each other in the first round of the Pup Cup semifinals. I'm going to follow that up with Team Jax versus Team Mouse. Interesting note here on Team Coda. Edible has been writing a lot of checks. Hopefully he can cash and back up his play. But let's take a look at the starting lineups real quick. All right, so Bruce is coming out strong this time. They didn't have Daly last time, and I think that's going to be a huge boost to their healing ability. That's going to help them out, especially if he's going to stay on that Lucio. We know he's a real strong Lucio. We're going to have Pistol Pete for the first time playing the Rhine. What do you think about that?
I got to play with Pete on the Rhine the other night, and he's getting it. Of course, we know that he's a newer player. But it's one of those things where I think if he can start getting into that Reinhardt role where you're push when you need to and then play passively when you need to, and his team is going to help him out with that. You got some good leaders there to call things out.
Yeah, and the other thing I see here looking at the lineups right off the bat is our man Corey, who has been putting in work since the last Pup Cup. I don't think I've seen anyone train as hard as him outside of an 80s montage in a sports movie.
I mean, there was definitely some. I mean, he is Canadian, so we do know that he was running in the snow with logs to kind of train. Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I feel like just in a couple weeks of him hammering that trainer, that his aim's improved a lot. I know that I dislike playing against him more, if that's even possible.
Yeah, he's come pretty far, and I'm excited to see how this turns out. Let's take a look at Team Coda now. We got Eric Draven. He is fairly new to the Pup Cup. He's played a few rounds before, I believe. We got, like I said, Edible, who's been just doing the WWE style smack talk the entire time. A little Satan back on that Lucio. He was kind of the darling of that last match where he held the payload for probably 30 seconds on Route 66.
Yeah. He's gotten some mileage out of that, talking it up a little bit. You know, everybody needs a Reddit Lucio. I think one thing Coda's going to have to watch here, though, is if you've got Lil Satan on his main Lucio and Edible wants to roll with that Zenyatta, they're going to have to be careful on their heels.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing we were talking a little bit earlier pre-match about. We always talk about the DPS players. We have some new people. We got Mushu for Team Mouse. We've had JC. We've had guys like Carlito who come from Grunt, who come from FPS backgrounds. We got Sheep, and you see a little bit. He's a league player, and you see a little bit of that in his game, especially when it comes to taking advantage of picks and pushing advantages when he's got them. He's a super aggressive player, but most of the time that works in his favor. Homewrecker, I think, is going to be a great compliment to him because Homewrecker has a lot of that same mentality. I think it's the WoW / league players.
Yeah, it's an interesting jump to come over to an FPS, but like you were explaining to me when we were talking, a league player, it's basically just top-down Overwatch, right? So once that pick happens and Sheep's able to see it and get aggressive again, it's gonna depend on that DPS and the support being able to keep them up and chase them down when they get aggressive.
All right, so let's take a look at the map pool. We're going to start on Busan, which is the control point, which is going to be first team to get to 100% for 2 rounds. We're going to have bans coming out already for Ana, and we're going to have ban coming out for Zarya. I think that is squarely aimed at Sheepdog. Who do you think the Ana from Coda, who's that aimed against?
I'm not really sure at all there. You know, I don't think I've seen Daily play a lot of Ana, and I know that Sock is not a huge Ana player. So I don't know. Maybe they're just hoping to avoid that that anti-nade.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought on that is they want to take away the anti-nade possibility because that can be pretty devastating, especially for somebody like Sheep that is always in the front line of the other team. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get ready to send it off to Busan, start the first round of the Pup Cup semifinals. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Let's get some Overwatch going.
Yeah, absolutely. I always get nervous. I'm always sitting here nervous as heck until we get into game, and then once we're into the game, just my natural ability to just talk endlessly comes into play.
It's just that excellence you were born with, Scouty.
Yeah, that we'll go with that.
Who are you feeling for the lineups for the tanks for Team Bruce today?
I think I'll be curious to see, but I'm looking maybe Reinhardt, and I gotta go with Winston.
Yeah, I think that's a safe bet. Oh, we already have a pause. Already going to take our first Pup Cup pause. History is AFK. Smoking is bad. All right, let's just say that right now.
Smoking is bad, kids.
All right, so I want to take a quick chance here while we get some downtime. I want to talk about we have a little bit kind of a new opportunity tonight. We got a few sponsors for the Pup Cup, and we'll be running some ads in between rounds to kind of save time for the casters, let us catch a breath, to get some water. So there'll be some ads for you guys to look at, and go ahead and support those businesses when you get a chance. And then we thank them for their sponsorship.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really exciting to see us getting noticed by the corporate world.
Yeah,
and so,
very cool.
Yeah, chatters, I'd like you to be sure and pay attention, and please, if you see a product you like, by all means, support them.
Absolutely. And we got some first-time viewers. For you guys that don't know, generally don't engage too much with the chat during the match while we're casting, but if there's any subs or anything as far as that, we'll shout that out between rounds. So I appreciate all the support. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get round one of Busan on. Here comes the starting lineups. Well, you were right about the Reinhardt. We're going to definitely see a Reinhardt and a Winston. Looks like Jesus actually moved on to the Winston. So
He did. They're going to have Pete on that soldier.
got Edible on the
Coming
Lucio. That's an interesting pick. I don't know if I've seen that before.
I haven't seen him play a ton of Lucio. Starting to engage here. Sheep, of course, on the Diva is real aggressive. That's an early immortality field out.
Edible just got a pick onto Corey. That's going to cause some salt.
Definitely going to cause some salt. Maybe a little bit of jitters coming out. Hard pocket here on his Sheep from Draven. He's playing that Mercy. It's going to be a first take here, looking like from Team Coda. History's got the high ground on that shoulder. They're going to have to wrap around here, wrapping in behind Jesus is Winston. Alright, strike out from Boba. Jesus going to go ahead and dive. I think he wanted to go high ground.
Uh-oh. Oh, Homewrecker's going to get the charge.
Keep off.
Yep. Homewrecker actually got two with that.
Keep out of back already. And that's a quick tire from Lil Satan. He's going to pick up Windsock there. Interesting how we are seeing some roles that we are not accustomed to.
Yeah, we're definitely not accustomed to Satan on the DPS. Usually, he's Lucio, and Edible's actually filling in quite well right now. I think a little bit of shell shock coming in for Team Bruce right now, not expecting this kind of comp.
Well, as we've seen before, I mean, the teams do take a little bit to warm up. We're not pro teams or anything. These guys aren't screaming. And big shatter attempt there from home, but Boba able to block that off.
Ooh. Satan actually
is going to get charged and go down. This has got to be advantage here for Team Bruce. They're down full supports though, and Jesus finds himself out on an island. Beat in from Edible. I don't think he needed that there.
No, he didn't need that, but they did secure the fight. They actually used Valk on that too. So we're gonna have three ultimates, 2 support ultimates coming up online for Team Bruce, and then we're gonna have a tire from Corey.
People's gotta track where Corey's at because you'd never know where that tire is gonna come from. If he gets a chance, that's for a weird flank, and we always say, you know, one of those sneaky Corey tires.
We're gonna see Sheep, I think, send his bomb over top of this right now. And there it goes.
Corey picks up 2 of the tire to get Sheep and History. Res out. Draven's gonna pick up Lil Satan. Homewrecker got Daily there, and Team Bruce is gonna have to touch up. Corey and Jesus are on the point. In with Boba. Here comes the tire.
Ooh.
Grabs both tanks, and that's
Oh,
gonna
Corey.
make things real hard.
Corey's gonna try to carry, but Mercy's got the pocket. They got to touch up. I don't think they're gonna make it.
Not able to touch. One thing that I'm seeing there is Draven on that Mercy is pretty much at the hard pocket on that Sheep Diva, and that's going to be something that Team Bruce is going to have to focus down.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now you see, now that they've kind of played this round against Satan and this Junkrat, unless he switches, you know, he's going on these flanks. That's exploitable, but you really have to be aware of it. That's where the communication is going to come in key to tell somebody that, hey, you know, Junkrat's missing. That's a key part of the communication you need when you play Overwatch.
Yeah, definitely. I think I'd be curious to know who the shot caller is over there on Team Coda. And I've played with about everybody over there, I think. Maybe not Draven, but shot calling's a big deal, as we know.
Absolutely.
Team Coda coming out real aggressive here. They're gonna just go ahead, get on. Omrecker goes in and he takes out Daily with the well-placed charge. Jesus onto that Diva. You got Sheepdog out of mech already. Edibles on the brig, but he's in a little bit of trouble there.
Yeah, Pete's gonna
go down.
Yep.
He's on the Hanzo, picks up Edible though. Draven I can't tell if he got the res off or not. It doesn't look like it. Winstock able to get him down with the Moira right click.
Yeah, and I'm noticing now we're seeing Daily back on the Lucio where he's a little more comfortable. They are able to take Homewrecker out. That's a big pick on a tank. Now they're starting to kind of snowball. That's gonna flip this in Bruce's favor. Satan's still back there. They need to get a stagger on their 2 DPS.
Yeah, their 2 DPS are kind of cut off here. They can't quite chase. Jesus is in Baby Diva form, so they're not able to really chase. Lil Satan's able to get out. And of course, you've got History on the Soldier. He went down to, I think, the Baby there.
Allow me to repair the damage.
Looks like Sock's saving up his Coalescence for a bigger fight. Now we're gonna have that tire come back out.
Tire out from Lil Satan. He's gonna grab Corey, which is he'll take that.
Yeah.
Bomb into Jesus picks up Lil Satan. It's always hard to
Surrender to my will.
when you got Satan in the game. Coalescence out from Sock. He's gonna beam down Homewrecker and then start focusing on Draven. And I think they might have heard me. Jesus is spending a lot of time tracking that Mercy.
Oh, absolutely. And that's a big part of their success on this point because they're able to, right now Homewrecker's kind of off by himself. He's got 3 or 4 people around him. Jesus able to get the pick on him from behind. Here comes his bombing from Sheep.
Doesn't get anyone. Corey's able to get Draven, and then Daily gets Lil Satan. I think the switch to Lucio from Daily that's where he wants to be.
Yeah, and he saved that beat right there. We're gonna see how Boba spends his shatter. He's gonna take History out with the shatter itself. Doesn't even follow up on it.
Homewrecker out here by himself, and that's not the place you want to be as a Reinhardt.
Well, Scouty, this what looked like an early advantage on map 1 or part 1 of this map is quickly flipped around. Yeah, Corey's just able to just kind of control. Now he's going to throw the dragon out. Not going to catch anybody, but he's going to zone out a little bit.
Gonna zone out a little bit. Draven goes down. Another Coalescence here from Sock. He's going to work on History. He's taken out by Boba. And
wow.
He even with the visor at the very end to put the exclamation point on that round.
Little celebratory visor. You can never be too mad about that when you're in that kind of a position.
Yeah.
All right, so
very what I'd call one-sided round so far.
Yeah, we're already off to a great start. This is the kind of stuff you want to see. I'm going to make a quick change to my FPS, so looks like it's getting a little stuttery right now. I'm going to do 60. Don't worry. Career built on failure, Scouty. We got this.
Career built on failure. I'm not saying nothing. I'm saying nothing.
All right.
I learned from chat.
All right, we're going to see Edible come back out on the Lucio again. We got Little Satan still going to stay on that the Junkrat. This is a better map in general for Junkrat. A lot of tight corridors and spaces for him to take advantage of.
History going over onto that Reaper. I think they're going to try to work that Reaper into Jesus' Diva.
Yeah, look at how
Close.
close.
Picks up.
Wow.
Well, Satan reses out here is going to get the good choice from Draven there. Get your healer back up, but he's going to go down.
Ooh.
Storm arrow from Corey.
Yeah, and Boba gets a nice charge onto Sheep to take him out of mech. That's I don't know if you saw, Scouty, but Team Bruce at that point was playing really close together, really put a lot of damage down, and they're just going to mop up.
Yeah, not a whole lot to be done here from Team Coda, and Jesus is able to use a defensive matrix, negate some of the damage there. He's got in by himself, and this is going to be real hard for him to get healed up.
Jesus already at 94%. Jesus is going to have a bomb here pretty soon. He's working on it.
They're going to chase down History. This zone out the Reaper. Jesus is tracking her. Real good support here from Windsock and Daily. They're keeping their tanks topped up, and then they're grouped up.
I think you're going to see Jesus launch a bomb up here pretty soon. He's going to drop it in right behind him. Or he's just finding the high ground. That's a good restraint. Oh, here it comes.
The bomb's going to come out, but he left it up high. He didn't want that at all.
Yeah, he wants that one back.
Shatter up from Homewrecker, but beats in from Daily, so Zoc able to help out a little bit with the Coalescence.
Yeah, he missed Zoc with that. Missed Zoc with that. You thought maybe he was going to try to hit Zoc out of his Coalescence.
Bomb out from Sheep, doesn't get anywhere. Little Satan gets beat. The trade though is Boba's able to get Little Satan, and then the Dragons is out right in Edible's face.
That was personal,
so
Scouty.
I think that early pick coming back to haunt Edible a little bit. Homewrecker charges Jesus off point, but that leaves them in no man's land over there, so they're able to just close. And Team Bruce bullying Homewrecker a little.
A little bit, yeah. He's getting caught out a little bit by himself. We got Satan's doing kind of a cheeky flank. He's got Tyre right now. You see how he spends this. He's been spotted.
He can get picked up here.
Yeah, he's been spotted. He's going to get chased down by Jesus doing what an off-tank should do.
Here comes the Tyre out from Little Satan. Corey looking for it. Doesn't quite see it. He's able to get Pete with it. He got Pete and Daily. Shatter in from Homewrecker.
Ooh, and he gets the charge onto Jesus. Homewrecker is mad.
I can see why. Team Coda able to take that though. I like the changes here. We got Edible on the Lucio. Draven goes over to that Zenyatta for maybe a little more DPS. Pistol Pete pops the solo visor just to bait out that beat from Edible. So
yeah,
maybe not a terrible play. We'll see how this shakes out. We
Well,
got one defensive ultimate out.
Yeah, alt economy wise, we got 2 coming online for Coda in the next few seconds, and we got probably 3, maybe 4 depending on Corey's aim here coming out pretty soon for Team Bruce. We're gonna see how these get spent here.
You're gonna have Shatter, Bomb, and Coalescence.
That's a
Here
good
comes
drop
the
for the bomb on
That's
that
a
one.
decent bomb.
Yep.
Doesn't pick up anybody. Sheep goes ahead and drops his. Boba blocks it well. He learned from the first Pup Cup.
It's a nice fire strike onto the point, try to get up a little more alt charge.
Boba's got to be a little careful though and be wary about that Discord orb. The changes aren't in. Boba charges in. Coalescence used to go ahead and try and keep it
Boba
up.
needs to use that shatter. That's a great shatter.
Out of her ultimate.
Yes. Oh, Homewrecker's gonna go off the point. Oh, Draven's gonna go ahead and use that Transcendence. He's gonna try to save the point for it. It's 99-64. We're ticking down to the last chance for Team Coda to take this map.
It's hot and heavy in here right now.
Ooh.
Boba tries the charge. Oh, and he backs up into those mines, holding on by a shred. Heat out from Daily. They just got to clean up home record. That's all they got left. Edible doing what he can to stall. And there's the flip. You've
I
got
can
to
really-
touch up if you're Team Coda. Nobody's
Yeah.
going to make it. Team Bruce.
Started off a little bit, you know, looked like it was going to go Coda's way, and they flipped that right around.
Play of the game.
I mean, and as we would say in our customs, nobody needs to watch this.
Yeah. Oh, Corey's got the play of the game on this one.
Once again, an ineffectual tire from Corey doesn't make any difference whatsoever on that map win or not.
Yeah,
No,
so
but well played by Team Bruce to take that there. You know, it's always hard coming out on the first one, and you know, people are jittery. I know we're always nervous when we get started, and so
absolutely.
I can imagine it's similar for the players.
Yeah, it's got to be. If your team Coda, what kind of adjustments are you going to make on this one? Obviously, they took Sheep's probably strongest character away. That's going to be off the table now because they're going to have a different ban coming up. So besides obviously Sheep coming in and probably playing the Zarya, what kind of change do you make?
I think that is going to make a big difference, though. When you have home able to be supported by Sheep's Zarya, it just is an entirely different dynamic. And then I think that healing between Edible and Draven, if you have the Mercy that's able to tuck in behind that Reinhardt Zarya, it's just a lot more effective healing. And then if Edible's going to play the Lucio, he's able to speed them in and out for both the engage and the disengage.
Right. Edible was looking pretty good on round one on that Lucio. It's a little tougher in Mecha base where they were right there with the Lucio if you're not as used to them, because there's not as much, you know, the skybox is a lot smaller. There's not a lot of places you can move around. He was able to just kind of throw rounds the first round right through the choke and picked up Corey, and I think that was Corey's moment where he said, all right, it's on, Edible.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think Corey kind of felt like he had to pick the Junkrat on first. I'm not sure exactly what his thinking was there, but I think Sheep was just in his face so much with that Diva that he wasn't able to get those sight lines that he wanted.
Absolutely.
And you know, and again, it's a comfort thing too, right? We know Corey plays a ton of Junkrat, and that's just something that he can play with his eyes closed, basically.
So we know
And
that
sometimes I feel like he does based on Junkrat spamming.
we know that Draven is their other support. Do you try to move, because Satan is a great Lucio, and as far as I know, they're still working on their ban for Team Bruce. It looked like they're going to ban Hanzo, so Corey got straight to their head after that first game. Team Coda, that is. So if they don't ban Lucio, you want to see Satan come out on the Lucio, don't you? I mean, that's what he's famous for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't be completely opposed to seeing, you know, the how they had it in the starting lineup, which is Lil Satan on the Lucio, Edible on that Zenyatta, because I think that helps out with your DPS output, especially with that Discord orb. You're able to kind of target who you want.
Yeah, and it looks like they're actually going to ban Junkrat, so they stuck it to Satan one way or another. So looks like everybody's going to be ready. We're going to move on to round 2, match 1, Pup Cup
Kings
semifinals.
Row.
Pup Cup semifinals, and let's take a look. Yeah, Kings Row. Let's look at the map set real quick. Going to come up to Kings Row, the hybrid map, which means you have to capture the first point to 100%, and then you push payload to the end of the map. I think point 3 is where we've really seen things in prior Pup Cups really like play out as far as the drama goes. You know, where people are either stuck or they make that great last push to win the match. But we've had 7-point rounds on this before, so I'm not going to be totally surprised if we don't see that again.
Yeah, no, Kings Row is always one of those ones that our players show up for. I think everybody likes this map. At least I pretend that everybody likes this map. Kip would probably say, nah, you know, not everybody likes this map, and she'd be right. But
Does Kip play Overwatch much? I thought she was kind of a
I'm not
casual player.
Sure, yeah, I thought she was just kind of into
Pretty
more
pretty
like
casual. pretty
opening
casual.
loot boxes and stuff. And
Yeah.
she's not very opinionated either.
No, not at all. Not at all. All right, Scouty. So here we go. We're gonna have we're gonna see who's on attack first. Now we've talked about this before, but I always like to highlight it. You know, this area right here is kind of the place where you want to defend. We've seen a little bit of a mix of both in past Pup Cups, but as far as everybody that's been playing, they've really evolved their game. And I think it's gonna be like the new standard, you know.
Yeah, no, I definitely think so. It's we've said it every Pup Cup, I think, but everybody improves so much in the team play aspect. The more that we do this, you see less of the team deathmatch 1v1s and more of teams moving together at like how Overwatch should be played, I guess. And it's fun to see.
All right, I gotta switch over to Edible. Edible's coming out on the Widow. We haven't seen this very much. He's gonna try to get a pick on a Pillow, but not able to. Pillow, newcomer to the Pup Cup, playing the
McCree
McCree.
plays real strong. Interesting defensive tanking setup here. You've got Boba on the Winston, Jesus on the Zarya. We know he can get work done. History's coming out on that Reaper for Team Coda, and Homerecord making space here, doing what he's supposed to be. And Team Coda's got just about everybody on that point. Daily doing what he can. First pick goes to Team Bruce. Pillow picks up Draven.
Yeah, newcomer Pillow able to get his first pick in the Pup Cup. Gonna take Homerecord's shield almost down, but he gets a bubble from Sheepdog.
Homerecord's getting frozen by Corey here. Windstock's gonna go ahead and spend the coalescence. He just wants to make sure this fight is over. Kind of a be careful what you wish for situation on those bans, since they took away the Hanzo, but then you get Corey on the Mei, which
Yeah.
everybody hates Mei.
Few people has hated as Mei, and she's able to. That's the thing about Corey. He's able to isolate Sheepdog on that, uses aggression against him. But I was gonna say doesn't get a pick on him, but does get a pick on him. But the rest comes out.
Draven has to spend his resurrection there. And Boba's playing the real patient. Beat out from Daily into that Graviton from Sheep. Here comes the Blizzard from Corey. Homewrecker able to get out. Corey working on Sheep. Will Satan getting beamed down by Jesus.
Just abusing the back line right now. Edible's going to spend his visor, going to try to get a pick on to Daily. Daily's able to escape. Jesus just says, see you later.
Get into position.
Oh, and History got stuck behind that wall, so she's going to know what it's like to be froze out there, even if she lives in the desert.
Dein Schutzengel ist da.
The power of destruction.
Team Bruce throwing a decent defense here. I was a little nervous about how it was going to go with that Winston, but Boba playing it patient. Another coalescence up from Winslock, second in not a whole lot of time.
You want to see, yep, History's not going to have a fade. But you want to see that ult come out, but she's just a little bit too late on that.
A little bit late there. Pillow got the high noon, and he's able to grab two, and that just makes your defense so much easier.
They're gonna have Edible kind of flanking around, trying to get a little bit of all charge from the high ground. And Sock's just holding down the right click, like so many more remains, just looking for an easy.
Edible trying to stay alive. He gets booped out of his own heals, and
Ooh.
that's kind of a little bit of a feed, County. He
Little
knew
bit.
where he was though, and that's real hard for him to get away. Beat out by Daily. They just are gonna try and win this right now. Draven down, so that means you've got nobody left but Sheep and.
We're in one fight territory for Team Coda on this one. It's gonna be they're gonna have to use Satan's beat to try to push this, and we're gonna have a switch from Edible onto the far, which actually isn't a bad switch, but Pillow, another FPS vet, is got pretty good aim. That's a good beat, but they're gonna get frozen.
Definitely beat out here from Will Satan. I think they're gonna. Oh, they're not able to keep their Reinhardt up. I thought maybe they would have the sustain there. Corey playing super aggressive. Sheep just trying to do what he can.
10 seconds remaining.
10 seconds.
seconds
They
to
gotta
touch
get
up.
on. Pillow here with the high noon.
Get into position.
Well, we got the pick on the sheep, so they got to come at this.
Ooh.
Oh, and they're not able to touch up. It looked like they were darn close, but I don't think it was going to matter, County. Not with
boy.
the coalescent.
Yeah, they Team Bruce just getting ultimates left and right on that one, keeping their charge up, able to, you know, basically answer every single one of Team Coda's ultimates with their own.
I think this is a good time to mention a career built on failure. Chat saying that, have we not updated the score?
It is, no, it's still 0-0 on this. I think they're talking about the overall score, which is updated, but this is per map score, so take it easy.
all
Map
right,
2 of
all
5.
I'm just checking, you know.
Well, Team Bruce has got a chance to 1-0 this map, and we're going to be moving on to map 3 relatively quickly if they're able to cap. But we have seen some stands before. We could end in a draw if they're able to focus, get themselves together and focus Team Bruce down. That's happened in the past.
Attackers incoming.
It definitely has. I have to say I'm a little surprised not to see the ultimate defender come out in the Bastion, but
He who
yeah.
shall not be named.
exactly. Voldemort of Overwatch.
Edible's going to take a little target practice at the ground there, just dialing things in, doing what he does best, shooting at nothing.
Shooting at his feet.
Shooting at his feet. All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Oh, we're getting some work done on that Winston. You love to see it.
You do. I still remember when he really came into his own in the previous Pup Cup before the last one.
Over pressure, little Satan here. Edible trying to help with the shield. Good help from Edible there. They're able to get history.
Yeah, history back on the Torb where she's so comfortable. And her Torb is just kind of, her turret's doing the work that she can't while she's down right now, which is something you can't discount.
Oh, definitely not. I mean, it's still doing damage. Daily took a ton of damage from that, and so you know that's going to translate to all charge. And I do know that history knows how to use that ultimate from Torbjorn, so that's something that Team Bruce has to be tracking.
Absolutely. And that can just be devastating when pushed into a choke or a tight area like that.
Home and Sheep, I think, are finding their rhythm a little bit more. Boba's on the back. Good help there again from Edible. Keeps Boba off his healers. Draven's got Valk online. Oh, and he gets beamed down from Coalescence before he can use it. That's unfortunate. History low in the back. Little Satan doing what he can.
Ooh, that's a good combo.
It's a good core. High noon up from Pillow.
Oof.
Not able to get anybody, and he outsmarts himself a little bit and rolls into the residue there from History's ultimate.
Scotty, this game is not over yet.
Definitely not. Draven going a little aggressive with that Valk. Getting some battle mercy and done.
All right, we're gonna see how Edible spends this.
Pause, County, pause.
Oh, pause. All right. All right, I want
We
to.
had Boba drop.
Bulba dropped. Oh no. Oh no. All right. I want to say thanks, Brother Eagle, for tuning in. I appreciate it. We're just on our second pause here. Bulba's using that across the sea dial-up internet. So we're
Yeah, I
just
think
gonna
he has to put like more crumpets in it or something, and
or crumpets.
crank it up.
Put another shrimp on the Barbie. Is that
That is the wrong continent.
Oh, that's Lil Satan that would have to do that, huh? Well, you know what? This is a perfect time, probably while we're waiting for Boba to reconnect, to to show some of our sponsors. So we're gonna just have to take a quick break here. All right, Scout, are you back?
I never left.
Never left. Were you enjoying those? I gotta get my camera.
Absolutely. I was writing them down furiously, trying to figure out where I can get some of those things.
Yeah, trying to get. There's Boba.
And there's
He's
Boba.
back in
Started
right
playing
on
Overwatch.
time. Right on time.
It's like we
Internet has been
planned it.
found. My camera is really blurry. Gonna try to fix that. Sorry, guys.
It's probably fine.
Career built on failure. Here we are.
I mean, just
Live long and
put
prosper.
the cover on. It's
Yeah, it's probably more palatable. But I know that some of you guys enjoyed those sponsors. So those were a brainstorming session between myself, Scouty, Dame, and Pistol Pete. So Pistol Pete did the college spicy boy chips, which I cannot. I can't stop laughing every time I see it. Come on, just work. There we go. All right.
I mean, even though you're talking about like esophageal bleeding, I could use the two octaves lower. I really could. That would be nice.
I could too. All right, so we're gonna get ready to unpause this game. We're gonna see if Team Bruce is able to come back. They got 2 ultimates online. I think Boba's in there now. Oh, looks like Boba's in there. So they got 2 ultimates online. We're gonna see if they're able to turn that into anything. Homewrecker obviously and Edible also have ultimates online. We watching Edible's point of view. We're gonna get ready.
I'm still only seeing 5. Does it?
Yeah, it's
update
because
after okay.
Boba drops, so he's gonna have to spawn.
Gotcha.
All right, here we go. Unpausing. 1 second, and off we go. Everybody forgot where they were for a second, so a little recalibration is needed.
Little reset going. I've got to recalibrate myself a little bit. I may a little bit of pee on a couple of ads maybe. All right, back in the game. Team Bruce gonna group up. Boba wants that high ground. Interesting here. Jesus is gonna come out on that ball. He's gonna use the wrecking ball to try and disrupt in the back, but Edible sees it. It's gonna be a hard one for Jesus because that turret's always cracking. I knew now. Edible able to get Corey. That's a decent pick.
I'm overloading.
Little stabilization coming out here from Coda. They're able to hold on. Little Satan being real aggressive on that Ana. He's got to be careful. Don't want to get picked.
Yeah, actually going to have 2 ults online, 2 Sheepdogs and Satans, which could be devastating for Team Bruce. And they only got a minute to do so, but Sock's going to take History's turret down. Daly's got to get out of there. He's in danger.
Ryan's able to grab both 3. Home picks up 3. The res is out, so it's just cleanup time here for Coda.
Homewrecker already back to a shattered. Now this Scouted, this is going to end in a tie if they're not able to take the point. Am I correct?
Yeah. It would be a draw, County.
Oh my gosh.
30 seconds.
I don't know how we do this.
I hope you're ready to settle in for a night here, Scouty.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready. It's only 8 o'clock. We're fine. We're totally fine. Shatter coming out from home. He's going to take Corey for a ride. He wants Corey out. Jesus working on Lil Satan there, but Draven able to come in on that Velk. High noon out for Pillow. He gets 2.
Big play by Pillow. This might turn the point. He just got 2 picks, 4 picks now. Sheep's going to take the desperation grab.
Nobody can. Fuck.
Oh,
Oh no, and the minefield's up from Jesus. They just need the
1 tick.
And the blizzard is out, and that's gonna
Wow.
seal the deal.
Oh my god.
Late heroics
Wow.
from Pillow.
Did not see that coming. That Pillow actually turned the point for him. Brand new player to the Pup Cup. Actually able to just totally turn that around after this Homewrecker play is insane, but they're just able to hold on with.
I think it's well deserved here. He grabs Daly.
Oh.
He's doing exactly what he needs to do, and look at that. Look at the tracking. It's like he's an owl Ryan. What's happening here?
Corey, what did Corey say right there? I think I heard him say, "Ow, my face."
Ow, my face.
My face.
Ow, my multiple faces.
Wow. So we're gonna go. It's gonna be a 2-0 advantage for Team Bruce, but they showed a little bit of a chink in the armor there as far as their ability to, to just run away with it, because they really struggled to get that point. That was a tough one for them.
They did, but in true Pub Cup fashion, it went down to the wire. I mean, looking at the ultimates that were online, I was not sure how that was going to go.
No.
I thought they were going to hold. But
Yeah.
again,
Not really any ultimates that I would trade on the part of Team Coda. It just the way that it turned with Pillow having the Deadeye right at the right time and getting those 2 picks. That was the difference. That was it.
yep, definitely positioning and your ult economy is what's gonna change those fights, and it certainly did there.
Absolutely. So what we're going to have now is we're going to have actually a Pup Cup first. We are going to play a 2CP map, which is 2 control points. Whichever team captures the most, there's going to be 1 control point to start the map. If we capture that, it'll move to a 2nd control point, and that'll end that round. So we haven't had one of these yet. We're going to move to Hanamura, actually, for the very first time, which is going to be interesting because we don't know how this is really going to go. We don't have any precedent for it.
We really don't. But if it's anything like other Pup Cups, it'll go somehow. We'll tie a PCP somehow.
Somehow. I mean, it's possible. We've seen these in the Overwatch League go for rounds and rounds and rounds. So excited to see how this is going to go out. But Team Bruce I almost sounded like Corey there. Out to a 2-0 lead now.
I mean, in honor of Corey, you could say it in the out.
The traditional Canadian way. But we're going to have a substitution. We're going to have Pistol Pete coming back in for Team Bruce. So what do you think you're going to see Pistol Pete on this map?
Judging on how the teams have been going with Boba and Jesus, I don't know. They might throw a wrench in it and go ahead and have Pete on the tank, and so I would anticipate a Reinhardt, but it'll also have to do with what kind of bands come out.
Well, and as you know, for this map, that first point is really hard to take if you're not aggressive. So this might be the map where Sheepdog's aggression comes through, because once you break through that doorway on Hanamura, then it's wide open, and then you can do your damage. We may see that a little bit from Team Bruce, but we're definitely going to see that from Team Coda.
Yep, and they're taking Zarya out of Sheep's hand.
He is firmly being targeted today. They know who their biggest threat is.
They're gonna take the Hanzo out again.
I like that pick though, because that grab drag, or if they would have played the Zarya, but if a dragon goes through that choke, it can really open things up. So I like that pick, but does that mean that we're gonna see Corey come back out on that Mei?
He probably will, and we're getting a wait a second here.
Yep.
And I was gonna mention that he was banned last
Yes, he was.
map. So
Yeah, so they're gonna actually have to pick somebody else.
Back-to-back maps on the hero ban.
That's correct. So Team Bruce is able to take this, then that's going to be punching their ticket to the finals. So Coda's got to come together. We're probably going to see History has a good shot on this one of doing some damage, because Torbjorn can really help hold that point with that turret, like we saw for most of the first point on King's Row.
Yeah, definitely. And they're gonna ban 76. They're going with 76.
All
They
right.
finally decided on that.
Banning Soldier 76.
Hanamura is a lot like King's Row in those narrower chokes, and so you can get stuff done with that Torbjorn. And I know that History has played Hanamura quite a bit actually, and so she knows where to place those turrets for effective cover.
Yeah, it seems like whenever you queue up for quick play, you get at least one Hanamura a night, doesn't it?
I feel like it just is instantly loaded when I turn the game on.
It's the default
That
map.
and Paris.
Traveling to
Paris and Hanamura seem to be the two most common.
Yeah.
All right.
I get those a lot. I really enjoy it.
So a beautiful winter here in Hanamura.
Ooh, there's a snowman. Wow.
That's right. Yeah, we got the winter map going today, Scouty. And I got to get my fingers on the right keys here so we can actually watch what's going on. We don't have enough players for some
Not enough
reason.
players.
We're just going to do that. Start the game mode right away. Career built on failure. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Paris can burn.
You would pick the winter map because I'm in the middle of a blizzard. It's snowing at 1 inch per hour right now.
Oh,
So,
no.
Thanks, I hate it.
The Pup Cup is brought to you by Snow Throwers.
Yes, right. Yeah, Actual Scout was very, very upset by all this snow removal happening earlier.
Ready for battle.
So you're gonna have Team Coda coming out first. Homewrecker going with the Diva. Interesting.
I don't know if we've seen that from him.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Oh no, he switched back to that's gonna be a comfort pick. I'm gonna go with there.
Now we've seen
I think he's feeling a lot better on that Reinhardt.
yeah, we've seen Sheepdog a few times on the Diva. I know he's played at least once tonight, but he's able to get all charge and escape really, really well. And there's no Zarya. Zarya not being in this map takes a lot of the threat away for him because Zarya is probably your biggest counter as a Diva, and you got a lot of verticality and mobility that you can use to your advantage.
I have dueling Divas. Jesus is going to play the Diva, and so on Busan, they both played it really well. Just to keep playing that Reaper. He's going for the flank onto Edible, who's onto that Pharah. He's going to go down. Good peel from Sheep. Sheep up in on Corey. Corey doing what he can, but they've chased him out of there. Jesus trying to help with the peel.
Yeah, Sheep trying to play around that Mega, but Jesus is going to guard it for him. He's going to go back and pick it up so he can't do it. He's going to kick Corey on his way through.
Boba's got to be careful, and down he goes. Home is holding on by a thread. They're able to get Lil Satan up, and so the numbers favoring Coda here. Jesus has to drop down in order to guard that point. Edible just dropping rockets into him. The Team Coda up on the point. Looks like an easy first point here for Team Coda.
Yeah, going to have just about, just under 3 minutes with this cap. So that's going to push him, I believe, to 4.5, I think, once they get done. Oh, 5, almost 6. Almost 6. I was way off.
Stonks.
Way off. Stonks indeed. But we're going to see a lot of ultimates coming online. We got Edible, Satan, Homewrecker, Draven, and Sheepdog all going to have edibles, so they can really push this advantage that they have now.
Bruce has to be careful. Once Edible gets that rocket barrage, they don't have a lot of counters for it other than Jesus. Bomb on the point from Sheep. Doesn't get anybody. Beats coming in from both Lucios. Coalescence out from Sock. Oh, and the Shatter followed by the barrage. Jesus able to get 2. And it's just bar fight time counting.
Just hammers, lava, bombs, everything is coming out right now. And I think Team Bruce is going to be able to stabilize with this.
They're going to be able to stabilize because they got the spawn advantage here. They're coming back in quicker. And so discretion is the better part of valor there. And Sheep wisely gets out of there.
Yeah, she's very good at disengaging when he needs to on that Diva.
Well, and it's a smart play too, County, because he's got half health. He knows he's not going to go down, but then his Mercy is able to get so much ultimate charge by healing him back up.
He's already got another bomb scouting.
Tire out from Corey. He picks up Draven on the Mercy, so there's no res in play for Team Coda. Edible real low over there. He's got to be careful.
Get into position.
They're going to go corral him and chase him down. Sock picks him up on the Moira. Charge out from Boba. Decided to not let Homewrecker play the Reinhardt right now.
Yeah, Pistol Pete actually going to get a pick on the Homewrecker. Doing a little teleport here. Proud Papa moment. Looking for that teleport. Doesn't quite get it, but he's going to get it now. He's got his ult coming out.
And he didn't fall off, so bonus.
Stonks.
I certainly have teleported to places and then immediately fallen off. So.
Absolutely. Now he's going to get his Death Blossom here real soon. Let's see how he spends it. Of course, knowing that I'm watching him would kill Pete, but he's doing a great job. He's gonna Death Blossom in the top as soon as he sees Sheepdog.
That was a zoning ultimate. He wanted to maintain the high ground.
That's right. Satan's gonna have Beat coming in here. We're gonna have dueling Lucio beats coming in.
Homemaker goes with the charge, gets booped away by Daly. Good play by Daly. Bombs in for both these.
Whoa!
Spectacular happens. As Kip would say, bomb.com all over.
Ooh, that's a good pick by Corey to get that mercy.
Surrender to my will.
Corey out here by himself. Fox able to heal up with the coalescence. Boba's gonna swing away on Homewrecker. Homewrecker, not a lot of support there. He only has the Lucio, so he's gonna go down, and it's gonna be a hold again for Team Bruce.
Yeah, Corey's so dangerous on that Junkrat. He's got that dialed in so well, and he's already got another tire. History's gonna have Molten Core though, so that's gonna be an interesting one to see how that's used. Edible, probably staying on the Pharah just a little bit longer than he'd want to. Not really a hit scan on Bruce, but also not a lot of room to work with.
No, not a ton of room to work with on the inside of that Pharah, but if you get a cheeky flank, and he's got his barrage already, so we've got barrage out.
He's gonna pick up two.
He gets Pete and Jesus out of mech there. Did he get? Yep. Jesus is there in baby form. Big charge from Homewrecker. He's able to delete Boba. Only his health though.
Yeah, this is where Edible's going to actually make a big difference, being able to control the air right here. Jesus already got his dodge by Edible to get out of the way.
Out home, so they have no main tank here. History goes down. Edible's low. He's getting chased by Jesus. Both ain't able to heal him up, but it's just not enough. Too little, too late. Because Sheep is down, taking the duel with Pistol Pete. Able to escape, grab that mini.
Absolutely.
So Sheepdog's going to get deleted by his counterpart in Jesus.
And, you know, I know Sock is a very, very good support player for a lot of different ways, but I'm surprised we haven't seen a Moira ban at all, because Sock is absolutely keeping them afloat right now. Coalescence coming out, you know, healing orbs just being thrown in. He's basically helping them win this point almost single-handedly with Daly.
60 seconds.
Yeah, he was able to use his last coalescence to essentially save the take there. 53 seconds left here. Other push.
Oh,
Shatter in from
nice
Boba.
shatter. Pete gonna get caught up in
There
that.
wasn't a little more to get brought up in there.
That's a nice ult by History to kind of zone out there, but Daly's gonna have the beat to counter that, try to keep his team alive. Sock's in trouble. He's in the corner getting hit around by Homewrecker.
He goes down.
This might be the push
Get
that
him with the boot.
this might be the push that Bruce needs, led by History. Oh, Boba's gonna get.
Take Sheepdog for a ride, but he needs to get back on the point.
Get into position.
They need that main tank there because Lil Satan's just doing Lil Satan things, bouncing around. Boba takes him out with the swing. Bomb in from Jesus. Sheepdog running around in baby diva form. Edible able to get back on with the Hanzo.
Homewrecker's gonna have an ult here if he can keep it up, but Pete's right in his face, just getting damage. He's
lot of damage
that's
from
a
Pete.
great ultimate from Pistol Pete. That's a proud
He
Papa
takes
moment.
him
I
out for the
apologize.
second point hold.
Proud Papa moment there.
Score.
I couldn't tell.
Switching sides.
I was watching.
Massive Death Blossom from Pete.
I was watching.
You know what? I wonder how many octaves lower he was when he was streaming on that one.
I gotta imagine that a Pete scream just sounds like like a wood chipper, with a large amount of gravel in it.
I feel like it's like if you took a chainsaw and just like stuck it into a rock or something. That's kind of what it would sound like.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's that's gonna be 34% on the second point. First point is probably one of the harder takes on this, especially
Ready
for
battle.
for some teams to get through this choke and get to the first point. And we saw that a little
Definitely.
bit. We saw that a little bit on King's Row. So if Coda's able to kind of stonewall them here, that's gonna help.
In 30 seconds.
Yeah, it'll be curious to see how they come out here. They're coming out a little bit different than what we've seen. Sheepdog moving over to the May. Holmes sticking on that Ryan. Man, I really think he's found a new main. He's playing Reinhardt really well.
He's playing him really well. I was watching the Death Blossom took me by surprise because I was watching Homewrecker. He was having Shatter come online, but Pete was actually doing Reaper things getting right in his grill with those Hellfire shotguns and built his ultimate up just to capture the point and save it, which, I mean, for somebody that really hasn't played a lot of Overwatch, what a huge play.
Yeah, no, definitely. Oh, somebody's got to zap you. You said huge.
Yeah, we're gonna
Somebody
see.
hit the button to electrify him.
Yeah, we're gonna see Edible out on the Roadhog, like I said.
Curious. I don't know if I've seen him play a
Ooh.
ton of Roadhog, but he's looking for that pick, and I don't know how that hook
I-
didn't get socked. to tell
I
you
don't
the
know
truth.
either. I can't explain it. The only thing I can think of is the car clipped it a little bit.
It could have been that, or Jesus was able to DM it away. So just kind of poke damage here from Team Bruce. Boba's gonna get walled off. Jesus hops over to try and help him out. Boba goes down, and this is gonna be what you call an economy push at this point. Just get some ultimate. Keep going after Edible with that Reaper.
Yep,
We
that's
got a little side duel happening, but now Pete's gonna get chased out of there.
Well, Pete is taken down, but Pete peeling people away from that choke is also a great way to push through it. But right now, Sheepdog is doing really good at zoning people out.
Yeah, definitely. That Mei is real hard to work through. Lil Satan grabs both Boba and Daily with that tire, and so another stalled push from Team Bruce. Jesus trying to blast his way back into his mech, and he grabs it.
Oh, Sock just happens to walk into a Junkrat bomb and is going to have to go back to spawn.
Yeah, hate to see it. She's just gonna help Pete peel here, and Pete just got hung up a little bit on that architecture. Big ride from Boba. Tire out from Corey, see what he can get, and he's gonna grab one. He gets home. Jesus picks up history, then picks up, so no heals out for Team Coda. Coalescence stuff from Sock. He's getting his team healed up, and now they just gotta focus down Edible, and this is it's gonna be the end of that.
Yeah, that's going to be the take. It looked for a minute there with Sheep being able to zone people in and trap people that they were going to be able to contest. It looks like they may be trying to come back for a quick contest, but they're not going to have time. That might put them in a bad position.
I don't know if this is the play here, because you lose Lil Satan, and now Draven's down. So if Team Bruce can get on there immediately, they have the advantage, because you've got Lil Satan and Draven come back late. Bomb out here from Jesus. Doesn't get anybody. Corey picks up history, and you've got the beat out. Zola working on Edible. Blizzard out from Sheep. Corey just about got Draven, but he's not able to, so looks like this is gonna work out here. Edible's able to hook Jesus, get him out of mech. Team Coda's gonna stabilize.
Yeah, Coda's going to stabilize, and they're going to force Bruce to use a lot of ultimates. Pete coming from the top rope with a 3K! With the 3K! He gets 4! Who is this man?
He gets history, and is this gonna be enough? Spawn advantage, Homewrecker out by himself. Here comes more backup here from Team Coda. Little Satan took a bomb right away. Almost swinging for the fences there. He's got to get Homewrecker down. He goes down. Big time spawn advantage here now for Team Bruce. Tire out from Corey. He grabs Sheep. Edible super low.
I got a
Takes
touch.
the breather.
I got a touch.
And that's it.
Wow. Who would have thought that
The top rope from Pete. 3K at the end.
this is going to be play of the game?
Play of the
Pistol Pete.
Pistol Pete.
Pistol Pete, coming from someone very casual, doesn't really play, drops from the top rope to seal the map. And then he's actually going to finish Edible off right here.
Yeah, he does.
And you could see the excitement. He could barely hold his aim. He takes the map, and he's going to take the round for Team Bruce, moving on to the finals. Great games. Just some unexpected heroes in that. We had Pillow, who's barely played this game, sealing it on King's Row. And then we have Pistol Pete coming big on attack and defense. Scouty.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just can't write storylines
Color
like
me
this.
shocked. I mean, yeah, you can't. We can't script it better than that, County.
You cannot.
I mean, Pete. What can you say? What can you say? Both offense and defense. He's a two-way player, doing it on both sides on that Reaper. And man,
Absolutely.
I just think they forgot about him up there.
I think so. So if the mods want to pull people in, I'm going to do some behind the scenes stuff. I'm going to throw up the starting soon screen. I'm going to mute myself. Hopefully that doesn't mess things up like it did last time. But we're going to do our best here. So if you want to go ahead and do some player interviews, I'm going to get everything set here on this end. All right, Scouty?
That sounds good, County.
Hello.
Wow, Boba.
Yeah, hi.
Gosh, welcome.
Thank you. Bruce is happy.
I can imagine Bruce is happy. I mean, I saw the ad for Bruce's helpline, and so I'd imagine that this is gonna help him feel a little better.
Oh yeah, 100%.
What were the comms like back there? I mean, I figured your team had a strong personalities there that could do some of the shot calling, and
Oh, yeah,
so
100%.
so
We
how
had,
was that going?
Yeah, it was good. Nice open comms. Everyone was talking. No disrespect either. There was no stress. It was lovely.
Lovely.
It was lovely.
Wow, that sounds like the British understatement of the night. What about Pete though on Hanamura? Take me through that. What was
my
it like?
Oh
What was
my
it like on that last point? Because I saw him up top poking, and I thought,
Yeah.
if he drops down and uses it right now, it might not be enough to finish. Because I thought maybe you get one or two.
Oh no, we were just shocked. We were impressed. Pete's our
absolutely.
MVP. Pete is our 100% our MVP. Helped
Wow,
us get through that slog.
big
Lovely.
vote for Pete MVP.
Oh, 100%.
All right, now I saw you playing a couple different heroes. I saw you on the Winston, which actually on King's Road defense surprised me.
Yeah, we thought we'd mix it up a bit. I
And
think we
so
banned.
Jesus was on the Zarya,
Yeah, that was it.
and I mean, to me, what's fun about Pup Cup is seeing everybody's improvement and then how they are kind of just utilizing heroes in a different way. And what I saw from you there was super patient on the Winston.
Yeah, I think that's more experience now and good tutorship, obviously, and obviously you and County shouting at me when I get it wrong, so that's always good.
That doesn't really happen, I don't think, Boba. I don't think I've ever yelled at you for anything Overwatch related.
No, you have. Yeah.
Have I? Okay. All right. Well, no, because I think the tendency for I guess less experienced Winston players is to maybe not use their bubbles correctly, or they engage without an escape. I mean, I saw, especially on defense, it's hard to do with the Winston.
It's all about timing, I think. You've got to make sure they've engaged, and then you jump in the back lines, and then really upset them. And the grav that Jesus put down on that corner, which just let me put in so much damage.
Yeah, especially with Winston, you're able to get all that cleave damage.
I think I had 4 of them in that. Just damage output was lovely. But apart from Pete's wonderful play, I think we just played a solid game.
Yeah,
Solid
no,
3 game.
you guys definitely did play a solid game. I mean, it seemed like, Team Coda definitely had their moments. I know Homewrecker had a huge shatter, and
Playing Ryan against Homewrecker Ryan as well. That is a tough matchup.
yeah, and unfortunately, it seemed like you got the short end of the stick on that a couple times.
Yes, yeah.
Although you did get him on Hanamura Hall on the main there. I think that was a 6K shatter.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that was,
you picked
I saw
up
them all
all
lining
6.
up. I was like, I've got to take this shot.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But no,
And it
was
looks
a-
like, who else do I have in here? I've got Edible.
Oh yeah.
Edible, how's it going, buddy?
You know, stuff happens. Hats off to Bruce. They did what they had to do to win, and we did not. They rolled us.
Do you
But
think you'll
a good game.
incorporate maybe some of the footage from this into your humility and modesty TED Talk?
Yeah, what have we learned?
no,
What have we learned today,
never.
Edible?
Yeah, I'd never learn anything, sir.
Just curious. I'll go
I don't
mute.
have
I'll go mute again.
time. I don't have time. I only went mute. Good play, Pete. Seriously.
Thank
Like,
you.
I
Good
tried to
coaches,
hook
they were
you,
screaming
but
at
you
me.
got me. I tried to hook you out of that Death Blossom, and I just yanked it at the last second. You got me. Good job.
Thanks. They were all screaming, jump, 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 jump.
Oh yeah, it was pretty. It was pretty. Like when I didn't see it until I saw the replay, and I was like, how long was he up there? 'Cause
A long time. I've been up there
Yeah.
sniping for a while, making
Yeah.
trouble.
No, it was a good job. And I'll never stop talking trash no matter what. I don't care.
Whatever.
Put tickets, selling
Good.
tickets. Boba, good
Good.
job. Good
Yeah,
job,
good
Bruce.
game.
Good
Good
job,
game.
my teammates.
Coda.
Too. We just didn't get it done.
No,
It happens. That's why we play the games. If
Yep.
games were won and lost in Discord Smack Chat,
Yeah,
I,
oh,
would-
God.
I would say you probably
I
did
already
really
had the
well.
cup.
But yeah,
I already had the cup. But-
maybe next year. Maybe next
Oh,
year.
God.
And a shout out to
Now
all the new
the
players.
storm's coming to take me away. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not.
And a shout out to all the new players.
Oh
Like
yeah.
History, P.
Yeah.
Everybody's come such a long way, and I was saying
100%.
on the cast on Kings Row, it's really fun to watch how the teams are working together.
Right.
Combining ultimates, it's not, because you see it all the time when you're in quick play or even comp in the silver gold ranks, where people will do an ultimate and you're just like, what? Why are you doing
Yeah.
that? And you're just not seeing that happening here with the Pup
As
Cup team.
much.
Yeah, as much. Also true.
I mean, I did a couple times, but
It happens.
it killed Corey, so I don't care. It was worth it.
I mean, yeah, yeah. A Corey, I can't even fault you for that because a Corey pick is worth
It's
it.
like, oh, let's play the worst heroes imaginable, always, only. It's just like, ugh.
I know. I think if Corey adds Roadhog to his hero pool, I
Well, he-
just will never play against him again.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, let's play only splash damage heroes or the worst human being on the planet, May. It's like,
Agreed.
come on, man.
Agreed.
Jeez.
I think Pete's a huge fan of May.
Nobody's a huge fan of May.
I find her very intriguing.
She is
Very
intriguing.
intriguing,
I mean,
even.
yeah. It's like, hey, let's add in two of the most horrible abilities ever. Freezing people and then sniping from across the map with no damage fall off.
Yes.
Crap
agreed.
hero
Agreed.
for crap individuals.
I think this
So
is
I'm
the.
gonna be working on May.
Good. Good for you. I think.
No,
I think
I'm
you
not
should.
because I like myself.
We know. You've told us.
Yeah. I like myself more than most people like me, but it's impossible.
Maybe all people.
I don't know about all. I mean, my mom, well, she wasn't a fan, but
I mean, relatable.
There was
Honestly,
a guy.
relatable.
I'm sure once that I let down at some point.
Pete, take me through that last ultimate on Hanamura. You
So
were
I-
standing up top.
Yeah, I'd been
I
up top,
saw you
blinking
there
away.
for like
just
an
kinda-
hour.
Yeah, doing just stinging them. Nothing. Those shotguns are close range only, so like standing up there trying to be a sniper was no go. But I figured I was putting numbers on them, so screw
So
it.
did
I
you
wasn't
did
getting
you
hit.
call the ultimate to your team, or did somebody on your team say, "Do it
I-
now," or did you
I
just
saw it,
wing
like it literally went from 99 to 100, and somebody saw it, and I saw it, and everybody was like, "Jump, jump, do your all, jump right in the middle of them!" And I just I leapt off the thing, and then like mid jump, I just activated it. and hit down
Because
right
when
in the
you
middle.
dropped and started your ult, my first thought was his team's not going to get there fast enough. I
No,
thought
they were-
that the respawns would be able to take you out, but I mean, Daly was right there. I think that Lucio speed boost from spawn helped a lot, and then Sock
Yeah.
was able to get you healed up right away. A little bit of a chippy fight at the end, but that ultimate kicked it off.
Thank you. I'll take it. Even a broken clock.
Can I describe what happened better than he did?
Oh yes, please.
Even though I wasn't in comms. So he's up on that little ledge, right? Chipping away. And he got a little too close and his giant brass balls pulled him off the edge. And then Death Blossom.
And I think this is the part where I asked
the
Danny
power to weight
out
ratio?
of here.
Yeah.
Can I get that in writing, please?
Oh, I need an adult.
Dame fell
I
asleep at
need an
the,
adult.
at the wheel. Left me in too long. Some man just want to see the world burn. All right.
It's true. It's true.
No, I'm just enjoying this. Continue. Continue on.
Oh, God.
Dame,
You are a horrible hall monitor.
And,
Dame is
and-
the best part of this whole organization. I just want to say that.
well, that goes without saying.
And if she was actually in charge, I mean, this operation might be classed up a notch. I mean, I'd be kicked out, but this
I mean, we can start there.
Not a good journey to 1,000 miles.
You know what? If we lose,
Don't make it. Don't miss anything.
we get
Come on, buddy.
first place, I will quit company.
No, don't do that.
He's working on the redemption arc angle already. So.
I'm gonna come back from the dead and like.
Is this like an Undertaker storyline? Are you going WWE?
Well, I know you guys probably don't understand this, right? But I don't watch WWE. I haven't in years. I just remember what happened in the 80s.
Well,
And I
that was
just-
his best part.
Right. So I'm basically, yeah. And then WCW. But I'm basically gonna come one by
They're pretty heavy. 8 ways is almost
yeah, so I don't have that kind of message, right? Because of the it's called steroids. So I don't know. I'm confused too. I started on something and then I just started rambling and I lost my own place.
You know what I like is that this is actually making me feel better about casting later on.
That's good.
good. Yeah, no, good. Did you,
Okay, so here's the
Can we
bar.
just cut back to the video screen. My mouth is hanging wide open. Based on
Surprise, mother.
the
Sorry.
actual like lowering of the IQ the longer this goes.
Yeah. All right. So.
Wow, that was a big explosion.
Well, thank you guys. Pete, once again, everybody really great plays. You know, it was great to watch. The games were just super intense. Pete, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah,
Thanks, Dad.
That was awesome. That was awesome. I'm glad everyone
Everybody
was yelling
screaming
at
at
you. I'm glad everyone was yelling at you. So
Proud
we're gonna,
Papa moment.
yeah, we're gonna top off. It's 8:30. We're actually a little bit moving a little bit quickly now. So we're gonna get the All-Star game in real good.
Before you kick me off, real quick, can I say something? I'm gonna.
That's a
kill,
dangerous question coming from you, Edible.
I'm gonna kill both of you
Oh.
so many times.
Oh, you can bring it.
You're all
Just bring it.
I can't wait.
Both-
I can't wait.
Is
might
that
as well
edible?
just-
Is edible still
You might
talking
as-
smack?
Scouty, I'll
might
meet
as well
you.
Just
Scouty,
you
I
might
will
as well
meet you on
just
Edible's
sit in
body.
casket right now. Just get used to Swan, baby.
I was
I
able
cannot
to.
wait.
I can mute him.
Oh.
No, don't
good.
mute him. No, don't mute him. I won't. Well, you mute him. Don't mute him for All Stars because I want to hear.
Well, I'm not going to
what
mute him for All Stars, but I was able to mute him right now. That's what
he said. Excellent, excellent.
All right. So
Thanks
looks
to Bob in the engineer booth.
looks like both teams are ready. We're gonna quick talk about the lineups and make sure that I've got them right. So we're gonna have Team Jax. They're you know, seen some of these guys. JFK obviously, Noodles we saw a little bit last time. Carlito, really good good beginner player like Pete. Showed us can make a big difference. JFK's in there twice for some reason.
Well, you know, he's
So-
so good. Sometimes he gets in there.
Yeah,
twice. He can
yeah,
play
he's-
tank and DPS. I think.
He's a true
Who did
flex.
you mean there? Who did you mean there?
No, not flanking. Mr. Blue. That's the one I'm missing.
that's
I
what, that's what you want.
Yep.
That was weird.
And you
That
know,
was
it's the thing about Team Jax is these roles probably aren't correct. Maybe except for Noodles and Carlito, but maybe not even then because they're all so versatile. They can play just about anybody.
I mean, there are a lot of true flex players on this team, so it'll be It'll be fun,
interesting.
fun to watch, man.
It'll
Fun
be
to watch.
interesting. Let's move over to Team Mouse. Team Mouse, a little bit of a shake-up due to some absences. We're going to have Nat in this one. We haven't seen him for a few rounds able to play tonight. Wyoming's a newcomer to the Pup Cup. But they took the Hog away, which, you know, we've played with him a few times in you know, games and stuff like that. So we know he's got a real strong Roadhog, but he's going to be out for the first round. He's a decent tank overall, though.
Yeah, absolutely. He doesn't have to just get stuck on the one. I have seen him play, you know, other tanks, and he's gonna be just as effective. I think, you know, one reason to get rid of the Roadhog, like the teams do, is just that sustain. So.
Yeah, gonna get some quick before we start looking at Busan here. Gonna get some quick housekeeping things out of the way. Polizzi, thank you for the raid of 6. Stormtrooper 404, thank you for the follow. Noodles, thank you for the 2 gifted subs. Mushu, thank you for the 9-month resub. And Scouty, I think I already thanked you, but thank you for the 7 months.
You get to thank me again.
All right, so we're gonna see Grunt come out on the heels again. We don't know what we're gonna see as far as you know, Kronos and Wyoming being on the same team is going to be interesting because both strong Hog players. We've seen a little more versatility lately out of Kronos on, you know, the Diva, the Rhine, even the Zarya. He's been pretty strong on. So he's also somebody that's, you know, expanding his horizons as far as the hero pool goes.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing you brought up before is the FPS players, and I know Mushu. He's a really strong FPS player, and you know that aim is really a thing, and that's the same thing for Grunt. If he comes out on that on the Baptiste, you know, those hit scan players with an FPS background can do a lot of damage back there.
Absolutely. So we're going to start here on Busan, and this is always an interesting map because this little temple in the middle, everybody kind of fights around that.
Not a ton of cover. I mean, you got to use those pillars real well, depending on what support heroes you roll out. Al Flanken looks like he was queuing up already on that Mercy, but you gotta be careful. I prefer the Lucio out here myself.
Yeah, Lucio's mobility makes it a little bit easier for him to hold on to this point if his team gets into some trouble, because he's able to dance around this big drum. Is that a drum, Scouty? Looks like a drum.
I believe it is a drum. Kip letting me know in chat that Lucio's banned. And I was just talking in general. Kip.
Yeah.
Why don't you just play the game, Kip?
Kip's actually in this round, and she's talking to the casters on this one.
Weird.
So we are going to see Kronos come out on the Rhine. It's going to be an interesting one. Wyoming's going to come out on the Zarya. Ryan Zarya, always a strong comp. They're going to need to bring it against Team Jax, especially with JFK coming out on the Hanzo.
Definitely. JFK's got real good aim. Bodhi's going to come out on the Zenyatta. Carlito on, I think, a familiar hero to him, that Soldier 76, but they're gonna have to watch out for Mushu on his signature Bastion.
Now watch Mushu warm up with that Bastion a little bit. He was doing pretty well, but he's able to get taken out by Bodacious. Just gonna put him to rest with the Zenyatta.
Well, let's get the charge on him. Nobody was bubbled up there by Mr. Blade.
He was getting a little bit too deep there.
Yeah, Kronos goes down. He had that Discord orb on him, and so he just took a ton of damage. JFK doing JFK stuff, and Carlito popping off with 2. Mushu on the flank on this Bastion. Doesn't have a ton of support, so he's got to hope he can get the kills done, and down goes Mushu from JFK.
Yeah, the pick on the Noodles didn't really matter there in the grand scheme of things, with Carlito just popping off on that Soldier, showing that aim that he's got.
Yeah, definitely. They're switching it up a little bit. Nat coming out on the Junkrat now.
JFK looking for a place to throw the dragon out. He's waiting for Mushu to get set up so he can't move as well. Mushu doesn't see him. Just take him out, melt him down. Storm arrows.
JFK in the back harassing Kip here. Kip's trying to duel him. JFK goes down. I'm not sure he wanted that. I mean, you traded out with Mushu.
That was a great peel by the team, though.
Yeah, good collapse there to help Kip out and help their support out. Kronos in with a long charge. That's going to put him way too deep unless he can get some support help there. He's got the orb on from Kip, so good play by her.
And that's gonna.
Set up high. Shatter help from Kronos. He gets 2. This is just a matter of some housekeeping.
Wow, team wipe. JFK coming back to the point, but Mushu and JFK trade. And that's a trade you'll take any day of the week, I think.
Yeah, I think you do. Mushu was able to get some work done though during that team fight. I don't know how effective it was on the shatter, but Kronos just kind of took care of his own there. He shattered both Carlito and Al Flanken.
Yeah, and we gotta potentially have 3 ults coming up here real soon, almost 4. Carlito's gonna have his now. JFK's gonna throw his out from the flank like he does so many times. He's gonna take Mushu down and gonna get Grunt caught up in it, but he's gonna pay from Wyoming. They're gonna control the point still. Wyoming's got grab.
Transcendence online, so
Chronos from the top rope, doing his best Pistol
Visor
Pete
from
impression.
Carlito into 2 transcendences here. So Visor not going to be super effective, but he's able to get down the shield. Wyoming picks up Bodhi, and Carlito picks up Kip. Mushu mows down Noodles. Got that Discord orb on, and
I'm on fire.
gets taken out. JFK tracking Mushu real well on that Bastion.
Yeah, I think if you're, you know, if you're Team Mouse, you probably want to switch Mushu off. Put him on the soldier, something a little more mobile, where he's not able to just eat Hanzo's storm arrows like that.
It's going to be a matter here, I think, of, and we've seen this before, Mushu's come out and then ultimate, see what he gets. Grab out, tire out, shatter out.
Ooh.
Nat picks up 2, Carlito and Noodle. JFK gets Mushu, we've said that a couple times. Kip picks up Bodacious, and there's the take.
Yeah, and I think Kronos actually caught Noodles mid-shatter right there.
Yeah, it looks like it. Noodles is still building it up. Kronos, deep charge there. I think he wants to unbind that one for the next look at that. Getting that deep in with no results. Carlito deletes Nat on the jump rat. Again, that FPS player tracking coming out.
Yeah, if you're Kronos, you gotta temper that charge a little bit. Or at least keep your shield up, trying to get back to safety. But Jax is gonna get, or excuse me, Mouse is gonna get 2 picks. Mushu able to get JFK after he throws out the dragon.
Shatter there from Kronos. He's able to take Noodles out. Mushu just posted up on the middle, and so that is Team Mouse.
That's gonna be a little bit of a surprise given Team Jax's
Score.
early dominance in the last round, but they are missing some key players. They don't have Cheesy Hippos. They're missing Shattered, I believe, as well. So JFK saying in the chat he thought he got him in the dragon, but he did not. So, or thought he got Kip in the dragon.
Just, must have been a little of that Kip luck where she's able to get out of the way there. There's some power up Jaxes in the chat, so chat, open Team Jax can
4,
power up and get going here.
1.
Yeah, I think if I'm Team Jax, I'm gonna try to exploit Kronos's. You know, he's put himself in some tough spots here with that Rhine charge, and you know, I think you use that kind of snowball off that and move forward after you get that pick. Let him make those mistakes, and then capitalize on. Noodle's got to play around this corner a little bit, keep his shield charged up.
JFK switching to the Reaper here. Nat goes to the Reaper. Gets JFK real low. He's got that Discord, so Al Flanken trying to get on him and help. Grunt got a little too deep. His eyes got big and he was chasing a kill. And that's just a little bit of experience coming into play there. He couldn't quite close out the kill.
Yeah, Mushu gonna be set up on the point, but I don't think he knows that wall actually moves on him, so he's gonna get out of dodge before things get too bad for him. I'm gonna set up in that corner. That's a good spot for him. Might take people by surprise not knowing that a Bastion's there, but he's gonna move again.
He's gonna have to be careful though, because JFK can use Reaper's abilities, the Shadow Step into him, Wraith into him. Grunt able to hold off JFK, and again, that's that decent aim.
Carlito's gonna go around, try to poke at the healers a little bit. They're gonna just kind of move around this top.
Everyone heal up.
Lucian takes out JFK. Big charge from Kronos. He's going to pay for it, though. He got Carlito out, but now you've got no main tank. And I think if your team
You gotta
Jax
push.
Yeah,
here, you need to drop down. You
gotta push this
You got
advantage.
Carlito back, and you got to push the advantage.
The longer you wait, the longer you have before, or the less time you have before the other player comes back. Mushu in the back corner, just set up. GFK is going to go looking for him. He doesn't like that spot, though.
No, Mushi's got protection there by Grunt. Kip's getting a little bit low, but they've just kind of moved him off the point here.
Yeah.
Kip's going to transcend to just get her team moving forward. Here goes with the shatter. Mushi goes down to JFK. Grunt's in a little bit of trouble. Carlito's just got that high ground.
Yeah, JFK had the right idea there, but just wasn't able to finish. Too many players around, too much damage coming out.
Way too much swinging going on there from that Reinhardt to stand in there. I thought Jax had a good chance there with Carlito posted up on that high ground, but they just weren't able to get enough done on the heel side there. They weren't able to close Grunt out.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough retake, especially with that Bastion coming down, laying down
Bastion low
fire.
in the back. Carlito got the Discord bulb on him. Wyoming in a little bit of a trouble. He's low. Noodles takes him out with the fire strike. Trance in from Bodhi. He's just trying to get his team to rally on him, but he's going to be out on an island now. Ushu able to just zap him.
Okay, a couple picks coming in. This still isn't quite over. Able to touch up. Flanking is trying real hard. JFK on that that McCree trying to keep damage down. Carlito needs to...
From Carlito. Gets Kip. But they've got Grunt down below. He's still able to heal.
Okay, this is not over yet. Noodles needs to keep swinging. That's going to be a big hammer, but it's not going to catch anybody. Mushu coming out with the tank form for Bastion. That's going to just clear the point off.
In to just make sure Team Mouse gets it.
Play of the game.
Kronos gonna pick up the play of the game here.
Yeah. That's a pretty good shatter. Got two people on there. Does the fire strike, gets the swings on him, doesn't try to push or charge, and just able to just
Ooh, and
mop
a
the
spray
team.
style points for
Oh
Kronos.
my. Oh my.
You'd love to see it, Tony.
some pure salt in there on that one. So that's going to be the first round going to Team Mouse, which is a little bit of a surprise, like I said.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that, but we said it first map that these guys aren't pros. They get together when they can. Everybody plays Overwatch for fun, and that's what Pup Cups are about. It's all about fun, and so sometimes you need a round or map or two to get some of that cohesion, the team togetherness. That's, I'm sure, some type of caster term.
Togetherness. We're gonna
I'm
go
like
to our...
Grunt now. I'm just making words up. Team togetherness.
We're gonna go to Kings Row Winter now. We're gonna see. We saw a pretty fraught battle between Bruce and Coda before, with nobody really taking the first point. Just Bruce able to edge out the advantage on the cap percentage on the first point. I'd like to see a full push of the payload on this one, and I think we have the players here to do it. Now that Zarya's back, or excuse me, Roadhog's back, we're gonna have Wyoming on his comfort pick, or Titian or Kronos on his comfort pick, depending on who it's gonna be.
It'll be interesting to see who gets it. I don't know. Do you think they fight over it, or do they have a diplomatic discussion about who's gonna run that Roadhog?
I think Kronos is good enough and varied enough that he's willing to give it up. And we've seen, like I said, Wyoming on this. He's very patient. He takes his picks and gets good picks on him. So I think Kronos is selfless enough to let him run with the hog if he's feeling it. And he may want to play him in a different round or try him in the next round on defense. But I think he's going to do what's best for his team. And they're definitely going to ban Bastion now. They've had enough of our favorite Omnic turret player here. So
they are going
who
to
hasn't
you onto a different pick here, and I don't blame them, honestly. if there's one hero I don't want to see on King's Row, it is Bastion.
Yeah, it's definitely. We saw the May come out. I'm gonna try to adjust my camera again. This is struggling to find me today. I need sun, Scouty. That's the problem.
Is that it?
That's
I mean,
probably.
you can alter your video settings and like give yourself a tan or something. You did all that. You did all that Photoshop work. You could just put a still of yourself up.
You know, and one thing we haven't talked about yet, I'm excited for these games. These games have already been great so far. They've been really exciting. Scouty, we get to play in our first Pub Cup tonight.
I know. I am excited, and it'll be fun to watch the VOD back when we've got different casters casting the action.
Absolutely.
It's going to be great.
You know, I think what I'm most excited for though is how we can meet together, join forces, and teabag Edible when we kill him.
Absolutely, that is something that I've been looking forward to all day long.
All right, so we're gonna move over to King's Row. Let's see who's gonna take this map. Obviously, we had a big first round or first match from Team Mouse, coming back from 1 and 2 in the round robin. So Jax gets her first loss. We'll see how they handle it.
Yeah, they're gonna have to get the team cohesion back. Hopefully by happen chance they can. I think that was one of Grunt's made up words the other day.
Happen chance, yes, absolutely.
Happen chance, yeah.
So we're gonna see JFK come out on that Junkrat. He is devastating. As somebody that's played against him, Team Mouse is really gonna have to be careful about overextending on the Junkrat, especially on defense. While they're on defense.
Yeah, but you got Kronos on that Zarya, and as a Zarya player, I always like seeing an opposing Junkrat because I know that's kind of easy energy.
Free all charge, right? Or free bubble charge.
It's like you predicted, Wyoming coming out on that hog. Early pick on the Grunt from JFK on we call it Counter the Rat, and Noodles his shield is gone already.
Yeah, it's gone, but he does the smart thing, rotates out, heals up, lets the shield get a little bit more, pulls Kronos into the choke. Ooh, JFK almost
gets hooked in by Wyoming, and so that's gonna result in the pick there as Kronos able to beam him down with Zarya. Kind of an interesting front tank here, but there goes the Mercy, and so Wyoming's able to help lead the charge. Nat gets picked up in the back by Noodles. And that's just hook after hook after hook from Wyoming right here, and I think unless Noodles has some hero play, this is gonna go to Team Mouse.
Yeah, this is gonna be a cap for the first point. So we're gonna see our first payload push on King's Row coming from Team Mouse. They're looking pretty good. I think JFK is gonna have his tire already, so let's see how he spends that. He's gonna spend
Tire
it
coming out, goes up and over. He gets two. He gets Grunt and Nat. So decent play there. It's gonna hold up Team Mouse a little bit. Wyoming he's got that Zenyatta orb on him, and of course, as you know, County makes it so hard to kill that Roadhog.
It does. And if you're Team Jax, you want to get Noodles a little bit out of that choke with the shield up. Keep the shield charged so he can use it when he needs. Carlito's going to come out with the visor. Going to try to get a pick. He's going to get the beat from Bodacious. Going to try to keep him alive. Bodacious going to get hooked by Wyoming.
Team Mouse just rolling on through here. Matt escorting that payload on that Reaper. He's able to keep JFK at bay there just by firing the shotguns up. And one thing that I think that we haven't talked about yet, County, is look at Kronos. He's super charged as Zarya right now, and that's just can be so devastating.
93%.
Up with that Discord orb.
Healer's doing a great job.
Using that Valk to get. I don't think he quite got it. He must have flown off a little early. Noodle's in trouble here as Kronos just beam and get some help from Carlito, so they're able to get.
Ooh, Mushu coming in with the high noon.
Yeah, that was the high noon from Mushu. He's on that McCree. Hook misses by Wyoming. Good smart play here by Team Mouse here, able to get back. They don't want to push this too hard. No reason to lose. You've got a long spawn coming back.
Yeah, Jack's able to stabilize to an extent here, and with JFK is going to be able to hopefully get his ult. They pull the grab, and he's going to try to get it last second, but there's that's not going to keep Mushu and Kronos alive, though. That Zenyatta Transcendence isn't able to keep them afloat during the tire.
I think they were just outside of it when the tire went on, and if they'd have been low at all going into it, it's pretty much a death.
It's
So
a nice.
Jack's stabilizing real well here. We talked about how second can kind of be a snowball situation, and third can be just an absolute slugfest. So Team Jack's doing what they need to do here to force Mouse into using all the time.
Look at Noodle's butt there.
Outflanking's gonna get that res. Great res, and they get the hog, so that's big.
That's a good beat.
Out. Perfect beat from Bodhi as he was resurrected by Outflanking, so supports for Team Jax coming out and playing large.
Yeah, and if you're Team Bruce, you got to kind of regroup here. You got 3 ultimates coming online. You got Window, you got Whole Hog, and you've got Grav. You want to spend those wisely because you really don't have that far to go before you get to point 3 or point 2. Excuse me.
No, you don't, and Team Jax needs to be aware of that if they lose a fight, that's second point. Grav out. The only thing they have to counter is Valk, but that's another big kill onto the Hog. JFK picks him up. Carlito grabs Mushu, who's switched to the Hanzo. So seeing Mushu on some different heroes. Visor up from Carlito. He gets taken out by Kronos and Nat. Kip decides to invest the Transcendence there to just make sure they win this. This isn't 100% won here. Got Mr. Blue and Outflanking playing, holding on to that payload, but now he's off by himself and he's got nowhere to fly.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna probably make the turn. They don't have far to go. There is a contest possibility, but it's gonna be pretty hard to pull off. And Kronos is just gonna walk it up with Grunt and Kip. Mushu on the Hanzo now. Didn't even see that switch.
Yeah, he snuck that one in there on us. It'll be interesting to see how he does with that. Yeah, like you've said it before, he's that FPS player, so we know his aim is good. It'll just be, can he translate that to these projectile heroes? Fight here on third. They got quite a bit of distance there, and I think there's just a little experience coming in. Doing grabs. Immortality field out from Grunt. Here comes the tire from JFK. He picks up Grunt.
Mushu able to get Bodhi.
Nat's got that orb on him, which makes him so hard to kill since the Reaper heals himself as he does damage, but good focus there from Team Jax. They're able to take him down. Mr. Blue is supercharged on his side of Zarya.
Nope, Chrono's going to charge off into the side room there. That's going to be a dangerous charge. Kip is doing work on Zen, but does go down. She's getting some headshots, some orbs. She's going to have her ult real quick.
Carlito goes down on that hook. You gotta watch that hook, guys. We talk about it all the time, and I know it's annoying. Outflanking gonna get Carlito back up. He's had some clutch reses.
Yeah, Flanking doing a great job on that Mercy. Kronos gonna charge in again.
Charge in from Kronos, but he's got the Mega, so he's safe. But now he's gonna get caught. Oh, can he get out of there? Barely. He gets the orb from Kip, who's able to keep him up. Noodles, I don't think Noodles is back there. Trans in from Kip here. Shatter, and that's a large one. He gets 3. Here comes the tire off from JFK, but he can't get anybody because Grunt had that immortality field.
Immortality field was clutch. They're gonna push Wyoming into the high ground, but he's gonna give it up. He's gonna try to get Flanking out of here. That's a nice shatter from Kronos. Oh!
What a play from Mr. Blue to get that bubble onto his Mercy and save her in that charge from Kronos.
So many plays right there that just turn things on a dime, Scouty.
Yeah, and Team Jax is able to stabilize there. Carlito's got his own little healing field out for the soldier, and he's just putting damage down range, just keeping him at bay there. Lucian goes down to Bodacious.
We're gonna have one fight territory. Mr. Blue's got a grab, which he can use to keep him off the point if he spends it correctly. Let's see if he does. They're gonna make a slight push, try to take that corner. They got 2 seconds. There's the grab.
There's the grab.
Here comes the tire.
Here's the tire.
He's gonna dance around, get the immortality field. Wow! Oh, JFK.
From Team Jax to focus down
Ooh.
Grunt's immortality field. Grunt got it down every time exactly when he had to, and JFK showing the patience, and Team Jax having the focus to get the immortality field down in time for JFK's tire to
Yeah,
close out.
JFK just kind of dancing it around to that immortality field, but like you said, Grunt just pulling those out right when he needs to, putting them down, keeping his team safe. He saved one tire that could have been devastating, but you know, sometimes you do your best and that's the outcome, but they are able to hold. So now we're going to see if Team Jax can push this payload just a little bit further. I want to see if we can check this replay out, Scouty. I tried to catch one, but get flanking out of here.
right,
That's
here
a
we go. We
nice shatter from Kronos.
Gets
Gets the charge on, and that's when the bubble comes on. I mean, so many
what a
big plays.
play
Flanking gets a
Mr. Blue
big
to get that
res,
bubble
huge
on
res even.
Mercy and favor.
On to Carlito
From Kronos.
to keep Wyoming in the high ground. He's going to give it up. He's going to try to get flanking out of here. That's it's almost like having another player on the field for you.
Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, as a support player, one of your biggest goals should be, if your teammate makes a mistake, minimize that mistake either by healing, or you know, like Grunt's immortality fields. I mean, it's not necessarily anybody made a mistake, but you're trying to enable your team to do what they need to do, and that's, you know, tank and do damage. And so that Mercy, especially outflank his Mercy, he's able to negate, you know, a little mistake or a good play by the other team.
Absolutely. No, we're gonna keep an eye on JFK for a second, because this is where he really excels, getting in behind the healers, taking them out. Grunt doesn't see him. Grunt's gonna go down. Kip does see him. Almost gets him.
Ooh. Help over there from Nat and
Yeah.
Mushu. Mushu going with the cowboy. Maybe he's found a hero we like.
Yeah, he definitely is hitting some shots, but he's a
Real
little bit too
aggressive
deep.
on
Yep.
that. Got a little bit deep there, and especially in that choke, you're gonna get punished.
Yep, JFK in the back just trying to clean up. He's going to take 3 down with him, 4 down with him, gets the bubble, avoids the death mines. It's just going to be Grunt v JFK right now until the rest of his team joins them, and here they come.
And Mr. Blue's gonna chase down Grunt a little bit here. Grunt doing the right thing and getting back to his team. That first point is not gonna be 1v6.
Yeah, you
got
got
how
to
good Grunt's aim is.
you got to know when to fold him, Scouty.
You gotta know when to hold him. Know when to walk away, Connor,
Exactly.
and know when to run. You never count your money.
Mushu doing a good job of just peeking, gaining some ultimate charge back there, getting shots when he can. If he takes damage, he pokes back into cover. Carlito's got visor.
He's a good video game player. He knows to use cover. He didn't quite anticipate that Felix and Carlito. And that's one of those things that, you know, without Kronos up there in front, there's just no shield. Kronos off onto the side, helping Nat. Shatter into Noodles. Up second. Resurrection on Bodacious. JFK onto the point now. Good death loss in there.
Ooh.
He's able to pick up Kip, and he's going to chase down Wyoming on that hog. He tries a desperation hook, but it's just not meant to be.
You needed a doctor.
And let's talk about Bodacious there to get that beat, knowing that, you know, Hog, even with a good Reaper like JFK, that Hog is a tough matchup because of all the heals that he's able to put on himself. Just to really secure that and try to push it through, that's a great idea.
Yeah, no, definitely a good idea there. Mushu doing what he can to work on the shield and Noodle. Graviton out here. Mr. Blue trying to beam it down. He gets hooked over by Wyoming. Another immortality field from Grunt. And yeah, we said it last Tough Connie. For a new player, Grunt plays a really good Baptiste.
He does. He does. When we were making these matchups and making some switches, I had no qualms about putting Grunt in with Kip because I knew that you know, it's a pretty potent duo.
Get into
Yeah,
position.
definitely. Both good players. We know Kip is a solid support player. She can play any support hero there is.
Team Mouse on their heels a little bit right now. They, you know, we got no shield for Kronos. He's going to have to let it recharge for a second, and Flankin's going to get the res onto Bodacious. They're going to fight over this
From
corner.
Kronos, though.
JFK in the back, doing
JFK in the
JFK
back is
things.
gonna blossom. Kronos read it right away, but just didn't have enough shield to survive. Kip's gonna use the coalescence here. Just try to stall up a little bit. He's got Wyoming with the whole hog. And Carthito's gonna counter that with the visor.
Well, we know that's a great great move by Kip, because you know once Roadhog hits that whole hog, he's not able to heal himself up like he normally is. So he becomes very vulnerable. He puts out a lot of damage, but he's also able to be taken down with the right amount of focus.
Power of destruction.
Window out here from Grunt. This is last stand territory for Mouse. They know it, but I think Team Jax, like all good red healers circling around, like they smell the blood in the water coming.
Ooh. Wyoming saw that one that time. So we're gonna have Kronos with the Shatter. He's been pretty good at using those. He's gonna catch a couple off guard.
Unfortunately,
That
he
beat.
charged the Reinhardt, and so that's gonna just be the end of him. Carlito turns quickly with that soldier and is able to lead him. I knew now from Mushu. He had to use it quickly because he had nowhere to go with it. He knew he didn't have his Reinhardt.
They need to stall as much as they can right now. Nat coming back with Tyre could possibly save it for him. They're gonna make the slow turn, coming around the point to try to
That's a big
capture
kill
this.
out of the
Only
hog.
only a
Kronos doing
few
what he
meters.
can. He's all by himself. He's got a shield dance here, and they surround him and
Yes.
take him out.
oh,
And the
Nat
Tire's
tries.
not gonna do it.
Nat
Team
tries.
Jax pulls it out.
So we got a 1-1 tie now, Scouty.
We do. I feel like I'm just getting in my rhythm too. Of course, JFK with this
Yeah, this is
this tire here, and this is a patient play here because he sees the immortality field still up, and his team's able to get it down and 4Ks it.
yeah. So it's gonna tie things up. We're gonna move on to Hanamura. So we're guaranteed at least one more map, a map 4 with that. So what are you feeling about Hanamura? How do you think this one's gonna play out, Scouty?
I think both teams are feeling it right now. I think after Jackson's defense, you know, they got bullied off first point. Second was it was okay, but then you know they really dug in and got together on third, and so I think that's when you see your team kind of get together and that momentum switch. We saw Jax come out and just dealt with it.
Absolutely. You know, if I'm team Mouse, you want to, like we said in the game before, you want to account for that missing player. We said it was the Corey before, or you know that JFK, when he's out and doing his thing, he is devastating. You know, gets in the back line with that Reaper and hits the Death Blossom, and then just takes everybody down with him.
Yeah, you have to account for him, and again, I think you know, we say it a lot, the comfort picks, you know, the heroes you guys you feel good about, and when you pick it just, you know, the moves, you know, the cooldowns, you know how to utilize the map. And so JFK going onto that Reaper, and especially King's Row, he's played it a million times, and so he knows exactly the timing of things, where to be, where not to be, and we just saw that it made a difference. And if you lose a player like that and don't account for him, he's going to punish you.
Yeah, and Hanamura a little bit tougher, especially in point 1 to pull plays like that. But point 2, it becomes kind of a free for all once things open up a little bit. So as long as you know, I think that's going to be Wyoming's job. You know, because probably the best counter for that Reaper besides the McCree is going to be that Roadhog, to kind of keep an eye on him, hook him if he sees him coming out of you know, his Wraith mode.
Yeah, but we don't have to worry about it. Team Mouse is going to go with a Reaper ban.
No surprise there. Probably a good pick, but you know, they're going to ban the Baptiste. So we're going to see what Team Mouse's answer is for their support characters on this one. We've seen
the JFK experience has had enough of Grunt's immortality fields, and so, and even a little salt in the chat.
Yeah, just a little bit. And, you know, honestly, we've seen Nat play Lucio. I'm surprised that we haven't seen that come out now. Kip, like we said, versatile, can play just about anything. But, you know, Grunt has shown that he can play tank from time to time. He's shown that he can play DPS, you know, if given the chance. So maybe flex that a little bit if you need to, because, like I said, Nat's a pretty solid Lucio. He's good at dropping his beats when he needs to and saving fights.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's go ahead. We're going to see if they are ready. It looks like everybody's going to be ready. We're going to move over to Hanamura. We're going to see
I think
who
they are ready, and everybody, you know what? We have the best players in the world, County, because they hope everybody finds their dad.
I know.
Traveling to Hanamura.
They're so friendly.
They're just so friendly and concerned. That everybody, they have lost their dad.
True. True.
I'll tell you who my dad is right now, County.
Pistol Pete.
Pete, MVP of Hanamura.
The hero of Hanamura. Is that a new name that it's going to stick in the Discord, I think?
Oh, the hero of Hanamura, Pistol Pete.
All right, so here we go.
See, I've got my Pistol Pete mouthwash working already.
It looks like Chat's going to take Mouse to take Hanamura. Let's see who goes. Looks like Chat hasn't had the best luck so far
Ready for
on
battle.
this.
Well, we're seeing some familiar picks coming out. Kip,
Yeah.
stay on that. Zenyatta.
Incoming.
We're going to see Mushu on Attack Bastion. Now, that can be a little bit tricky if it's set up right. If he's able to get into position, then, you know, he can help push through, but Attack
I want to see
Bastion
more
is tough.
Cowboy Mushu.
Yeah, Cowboy Mushu has been doing really well so far.
I mean, I know he likes that Bastion, and Bastion can do a ton of damage, but man, Cowboy Mushu's pretty fun.
4, 3,
Yes.
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Not gonna come out on that
Defend objective A.
Far. I almost said Zarya, but that's a Pharah. And then don't sleep on Grunt's Mercy. Grunt plays a good Mercy.
He does. He does. I'm glad to see him come out on that that Mercy.
So pretty standard take lineup here. You got Ryan Zarya versus Ryan Zarya. Carlito staying on that soldier. I wouldn't, if this goes, if Team Jax takes this, I wouldn't be surprised to see a ban on soldier. Lucian gets Carlito in the back, and then Kip gets Noodles, JFK gets Nat. Wyoming's pretty charged on that. They got to get rid of this Zarya.
Yeah, that Zarya's going to be a problem. Chrono's going to be just swinging right through their front line. Blue's going to go down. Bodhi's going to go down. Flankin's going to go down. And this point is one JFK away from being captured. Down he goes.
Lucian's taken out by Carlito. Carlito's running. He's getting the heck out of there.
Oh, Carlito's going to try to come back and retake, but he's going to probably regret that. He's going to use that shift for Soldier to try to run away, but he's not able to get out.
Defense
Nat able to get him, and so Nat going wide on this flank here on the Pharah. Jack's gonna have to be a little bit careful here. With rockets coming in. Shatter in from Kronos. He picks up Mr. Blue. Is he gonna be able to close him out? Tire in from JFK.
Nat.
He's gonna die for it. Nat takes him out, and I think we're gonna get the stabilize here. Wyoming doing what he can to try and get out. Jackson be smart to chase him down here. Noodles go help. Nope, and they're gonna let Wyoming keep his charge here. Graviton's online for Wyoming. Valk for Grunt. Other than that, we're looking at Carlito. He's going to be coming in with Visor soon. Team Jax will be well served to get rid of Wyoming on that. Sorry. Beat out from Bodacious. Val comes in from Grunt. And Lucius just posted up on main, just dropping damage in on that.
Yeah, that's, I mean, once he gets that set up, it's hard to get back from him.
There it
Take it.
is. Team Mouse just coming in with the picks and making it easy. Making it look easy, Kevin.
0.
I know. And you know, this is where the seesaw really, really comes into play. Like, just when you think Jax has got it, you know, Mouse takes that point with 423 in the bank. Just when you think Mouse has got it, Jax comes back and pushes to the end of King's Row. You just can't predict these sometimes, and these are the games that I love to watch.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's why you play the games. We learned from the WWE UFC style smack talking in the Pup Cup channel that you can talk all you want, but at the end of the day, you got to come in and play the game.
Ready
Absolutely.
for battle.
All right, we're gonna see. Chrono's talking a little bit of smack in the chat, doing his best edible impression.
Attackers incoming.
Often
in 30
imitated, never duplicated.
That's right.
I bet you
Thank
haven't had a systems check in
God.
years. Who knows what kind of weird behaviors you pick.
All right, so we're gonna see if Mouse can hold this point. Chrono's gonna do the Ryan thing and try to get a little bit of charge off of Fire Strike early on as team's exiting the spawn. I can talk,
Say
Scotty.
transcendence. every time.
Transcendent sibilance.
See, you can do
2, 3, 4.
that. You can do that.
One.
But they're actually gonna go around. He's gonna just whiff on it because they're gonna take a different route.
Objective A.
JFK on the Hanzo.
Oh, we've seen this Hanzo before. It's Corey-esque.
It is Corey-esque. If there's one Hanzo you compare it to, it would be that one.
Oh no.
Mushu takes out JFK.
Set up in a good spot back there where he can watch both spots. He can watch the flank from the top, and he can watch the main point there. Yep.
Yeah, main choke. Matt's gonna go down. He was playing a little bit of a, as Boba would say, cheeky flank on that Torbjorn. Pays for it, but again, like we were saying, the supports. Oh, and Mushu takes out JFK
Mushu.
again. He's wised up to that Hanzo play.
Mushu's aim is something you cannot sleep on that Bastion.
No, definitely not. If
You'll
he's
see-
able to set up and track you on that Bastion, you are not going to last very long.
Yep. You know what we haven't seen in the Pup Cup, and especially since we haven't played Hanamura, is the Sim teleport. Mushu's gonna have to heal up. He's gonna go down. JFK gets a
Mushu goes down,
nice.
JFK gets him. That's
arrow.
still 2-1 Mushu, but this may make a difference here. Grunt's able to again erase that mistake. Dragging in, coming across. It's not gonna pick anybody up, but he splits it out. But they're able to collapse back under the choke relatively well. Wyoming just beaming things down. It's so dangerous to try and get in there. Good pick from Kronos to go ahead and take out flanking. Oh, and they're going to go in on that beat, but then the Graviton in from Wyoming. Down goes JFK. Nat's picking up a couple on the Torbjorn. Turret never misses. Doing work.
Yeah, Wyoming, great job keeping him because that beat was going to send him to the point if they were able to push, but just not able to do that. Now JFK is going to come out on the Bastion. We've got dueling Mercies, dueling Bastions, dueling Reinhardts, dueling Zarya's.
Have we seen dueling Bastions in Pup Cup yet, County?
We have not, I don't think. And now JFK gets up in a good spot. It's going to get Grunt. That's a big pick. Zarya going to try.
Carlito grabs Nat.
Yep, this is going to be.
Carlito and JFK just lasering down.
This is going to be
JFK's
advantage.
had enough. He's just going main here. It's taken out on the Bastion.
Yeah, Wyoming's going to be super charged, but Flankin's going to go for that res. Kronos is going to charge, but he's going to pay for that. He's got to be careful. He doesn't have the
Gonna pay
people.
for it. Valk out from outflanking, and it looks like Team Jax can move on here. Mushu set up high ground. He's got the orb on him, but he's taking a ton of damage. And he just doesn't really have the field of fire there.
Yeah, Carlito like a pro, shooting through the window where he's not exposed. Gonna sit in the molten core a little bit.
Kip goes down.
Get over here.
Grunt was able to res Mushu, but it's just not going to be enough. Carlito gets taken out. Mushu found out he can shoot through that window. And Team Jax going to take first, but Mushu doing what he can here to keep him on point, slow him up a little bit.
Well, Mushu's
Good
gonna
little
want
delay
to.
there from Mushu.
Yeah, you're gonna want to get back to your team now. JFK, like you said, has had enough of the Bastion. He said, if we can't beat him, join him. I'm gonna get on my Bastion, and they're just gonna fight it out.
Thanks, I hate it.
Kronos with the shatter on deck. Let's see how he's going to spend this. He's walking around that top spot. Kronos likes to get fancy with the shatter. He's going to probably try to flank around Noodles and get him from behind.
Noodles, he needs a shot caller from Team Jax to give him a holler and say, "Hey, get over here with us, guys." He's doing what he can, but they don't want to split their line off like that.
No, you don't want to charge into that.
Liquidation, Mr. Blue going in, trying to. Carlito smartly puts down his shield to keep he and Mushu going. Shatter up from Noodles. Kronos able to sidestep it.
Yeah, Kronos also tried to use a shatter there. JFK is going to have his tank mode.
Eats in from Bodhi.
I've got you in my sights.
Carlito's going to try to finish up here with the visor. He gets grunts, so this is numbers on the side of Jax.
This one's not over yet, Scouty. They've got control. They've got to stay on the point. They got to watch out for Kip coming back for the retake. She does
Mushu's
not.
Back. Get that shield over there.
Oh!
Got a turret down. That's going to do a ton of damage. And Mouse able to hold. 2 ticks taken there by Team Jax. So you got 2 minutes. So that's a good 2-3 pushes. On defensive ultimate, you're going to have Grunt with the Valk. Nats, he's going to be close with another Molten Core.
Yeah, that turret's going to be key for him to try to get the rest of that. Otherwise, a little bit of poke damage. Torbjorn's not too hard to throw some lava rounds at the other team with. He's going to power himself up there in the choke to try to get a little bit of that ult charge.
Lots invested there by Jax, but they just weren't quite able to get it done. Mr. Blue working on that turret.
Turning up the heat.
Team
Gonna
Jax
take the high ground here.
Oh, that's going to be dangerous. Noodles got to get off that.
Kronos coming in, finishes it out. And that is what you call a dead push.
Yep, we're going to have a minute left for Jax to try to take this. Otherwise, Mao's going to take the 2-1 advantage, but we're going to be moving on to King's Row next, so the Bastion strat may not work as well.
We're doing King's Row again.
Havana, sorry.
And you have, oh man, you've got to be so excited, County, that we're going to Havana.
Havana. Team Jax needs to make a move here. They're kind of stalled
Team Jax
out.
can't stay here. This is when you get pinned down by a Bastion. You got to move. Good shield there from Noodles. He's trying to keep his Bastion going.
JFK able to get that pick. We're going to see if Grunt's going to go for that res. He likes to get those reses. JFK set up. Noodles comes out, try to cover him. Nice fire strike from Kronos.
Mr. Blue getting rid of that turret. Nat goes down.
Beat out from Bodacious.
JFK gets shattered by Kronos. He's going to get charged. He's out of the fight, but now Kip is basically all by her lonesome out there. Graviton Elf from Wyoming. Here comes Kronos back into the fight. There's numbers on here for Jax. And that's going to be the big one that Noodles goes down. Now Flanken tries to get him, but he's not able to. And now it's just cleanup for Mouse. Team Mouse going to hold.
Wow.
Victory.
Team Mouse now in control.
Play of the game.
Hey, Wyoming.
Wyoming
Play
playing
the game.
playing a solid off tank right now.
Definitely. We knew that coming in. He's a new player to the Pup Cup. We've certainly played against him. And we know that he's a good player. He's one of those guys that, you know, you gotta account for, just like on the opposite side of JFK. I mean, a tank player can be one of those players that you have to account for.
Yeah, and banning that that Bastion was what let JFK, I can talk, I promise, let JFK kind of roam free on that last map. A little less opportunity to do that because Mushu is not your average new player. He's got a lot of awareness. He can spot you trying to catch flanks. He's gonna catch you, and he's gonna aim at you, and he's gonna melt you down if you step in his way.
Yep, definitely. And that aim is one thing that we know is good.
Yeah,
I say it all the time. I mean, coming from other games, like, you know, he plays a ton of squad. You know, those shooters like that just kind of dial you in.
Absolutely. So we're gonna have Havana up next. I can't say it Havana anymore. Camila Cabello has ruined the pronunciation of that for me now. That's all I can think of in my head. So you're welcome,
You haven't
everyone.
even done the Unana yet.
No Unana tonight. But I want to touch up on a few more things here while we get a chance. I wanted to say thank you, Pistol Pete, or Internet Dad, sorry, Pistol Pete, for the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate it. He tried to play Hello Darkness when someone died. I'm going to assume that was Mushu, because that rivalry is very alive.
That rivalry is personal.
It is personal.
I think Mushu even came into the chat earlier and said something about Grandpa. That was before Hanamura, and then looks like Grandpa got the last laugh.
Yep. So it looks like they're gonna Team Jax is gonna ban Bastion again. If you're Team Jax, what's your comp for this? You know, because we've seen JFK play Widowmaker, and this first point, especially on defense, is very strong for Widowmaker. A lot of open sight lines, a lot of avenues where you can take your picks.
We saw Edible open up on King's Row with the Widowmaker, and in my opinion, he played it right. He tried to get an opening pick and then
switched off.
Didn't use it. He switched off, and you know that's one of those things where if you don't have a lot of time on the Widowmaker, if you're not like a Chev type player, you can be kind of ineffective if you're not getting picks with that. So, but JFK is one of those players that can play the Widow and use her effectively. It's not like me where I'm, really making everybody nervous, but missing.
Yeah, yeah. Or I think your famous words are Widow switch. I'm pretty sure.
I pretty much say that anytime you pick Widow, Kenny.
No love lost. All right, looks like we've got one team ready. We're just waiting for the other one. Somebody had to take a bio. Something I learned in the last Pup Cup. I'm try to
that's gamer talk for peeing.
It is. Why is my camera having such a hard time focusing on me? Don't know. There we go.
Maybe it thinks your head is like oh, it's just the forehead reflection that is blinding the camera.
It is. Yep. I haven't done my my ablutions today, so I don't have that I don't have that glow. So all right. So
I think Bushu would even call that a 5-head.
It is a 5-head. Yep. I'm running out of space on it now to our advertisers who have been so generous so far.
Yeah, we could get that whole Edible Humility and Modesty TED Talk right on there.
You know what my favorite thing about that is? I'm gonna go to the ads real quick while we're waiting. Right to the Scouty stocks. That's
right.
You look disappointed in that picture. The Dame Energy drink. That's a favorite of mine.
I would pick Grunded
flavor. Guard the objective while showing off your payload is probably one of my favorite ad.
It's very disturbing.
Oat Snacks, also wonderful job by SCP. On the Photoshop on that. All right. Right. Blonde dogs in service. We never get dogs back after using service.
You should just change that to will never get dogs back
will
after
never.
using service.
Probably more accurate.
All right.
All right. Havana. So, we're going to see what the comps are going to be coming out of here. Like I said, a lot of open sight lines. You got a long corridor right here before you make this turn to get to point 1. Pushing the payload the entire time. This is going to be a payload map. I think, without the Bastion, I think it's Jax's map to lose.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. I mean, Grunt gets his Baptiste back. Wushu. Interesting. I know some of the players may have stream up, so I don't want to say too much before they get out, but
attackers incoming in 30
liking what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah.
Be sure to stretch before engaging in rigorous physical activity.
I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing so far.
Imagine the worst possible outcome.
One thing we haven't really really talked about too much is because I think I take it for granted sometimes is Carlito has been real solid on the soldier. He's been getting ults quick. He's been staying alive, which is one of the most important things when you're playing this game.
Yes, that is a definite bonus. Staying alive is how you do it, because you can't do any damage when your health is 0.
Absolutely. I like the setup by Team Jax. Kind of taking the high ground, letting them have a little bit of breathing room in the front, but then hitting the flanks, and that's going to go down to JFK. JFK going to be especially dangerous on this map as the McCree with all these open lines, like you said.
Yep, but Chronos doing good work here. They're not really pressuring that Rhine too much. I think little passivity on the other side. Blue and Noodles got to work together more to cut that off, and don't give him so much free space.
Yeah, Noodle's going to try to use that grass, but it doesn't work against the Zarya.
Nat in the back, able to pick up Bodacious, and this is Mouse coming out strong here on this initial defense.
Ooh.
Who's on that Pharah? Showing him a little bit of a different wrinkle.
A little bit. He's going to hit this, once they get to this point, looks like there's not going to be much for a recontest unless Noodles can get out there, but he's too late. He's got to get back to safety. He's not going to have a lot of room to move. Chronos going for those charges. Chronos and hooks and charges. He likes to go for the long stunts.
Yes. I think his shift button must be just taped down at this point.
Yeah, Flankin is shooting his grenades into the enemy team, I think. I think he's maybe a little bit new on Baptiste. There's the Chronos charge. See, now if you're Team Jax, you got to punish those.
Yeah.
Draw them in.
Punish those.
There we go.
One problem, though, that they have here is Kip's going to use that Transcendence. High noon out from JFK.
Yep.
Able to get Chronos, but he's not quite able to get Wyoming until he did the whole flash right click. One of my favorite Overwatch moves.
And this is where JFK is going to be really dangerous because, as you saw, he just took out both tanks by himself almost with the heals coming in from his team. Kip in the back line a little bit. Gets a pick on the Bodacious.
I didn't quite see that one.
Yeah, it caught me by surprise. I didn't know she was back there. Trying to follow the action the best I can. But
now I'm just like out in space here watching. Noodles doing some work. Picks up Chronos there and
nice shatter from Noodles.
The 3 and then the lift from the Blue. Got him real low, but that's gonna stop that push. They may not have gotten the kills, but Noodles coming alive a little bit on that Reinhardt.
That was a great shatter. Had a wide open lane and just dropped a couple people on their backs.
They got the kills they needed there.
And like I said, this is going to be a tough one for Team Mouse because, you know, they've so far excelled at the more static maps, but they're making a good push now. Chronos is super aggressive, but he's going to pay for it. Team Jack's going to retreat. Bodacious going to use the Transcendence now that they're up a man. Man advantage for Team Jax.
Carlito gets Mushu. JFK coming up over on the top. He's going to do the high noon. He gets one. He gets Wyoming. And so we talked about it.
Ooh, Carlito puts the Helix Rocket. Helix Rocket right into the Death Blossom.
We talked about that at the break, County, how JFK and Wyoming are kind of needing to track each other, and that's what's happening. You're seeing JFK focus on Wyoming, not letting them get super comfortable on that Zarya.
Yeah, now you're going to see a visor coming out from Carlito. Let's see how he uses this. Want to see him get up to the high ground, try to get a little bit of Overwatch.
As it were.
Yeah, as it were. Nah, or shoot through this. This is going to be devastating, this window. This is a great ultimate from Carlito. He's going to get...
At the top, gets the shatter. Not quite going to do it. Nat coming back in, gets stunned and taken out. Not a bad play from Nat there. I mean, he could have waited and just did a little poke damage, but the fight was over, and so you want to respawn with your team. So, I'm not even mad about it.
No, not at all. Mushu's 66% of the way to barrage. Kronos going to charge in, try to catch Noodles off guard, but not able to. Flank and Slam's going to go
That
down.
immortality field. Grunt uses one in the corner there. Blue's going to get the lift. There's the Transcendence up from Kip, able to keep her team going. Wyoming switched over to that Winston. We'll see how effective it can be. You know how annoying a good Winston can be.
Absolutely. Bodacious going to spend the Transcendence, try to keep his team up, keep this advantage rolling. Flanking taking the high ground up there.
That's where you want to be on that Baptiste. Up over the top is Wyoming on the Winston. Trying to get Blue down on that Sigma, and he's able to. As Kronos helps him finish that out.
60 seconds remaining.
Doodle's gonna contest here. He's got the Discord orb on him, so he might not last very long. He's able to get Grunt, but
That's
about the only thing that's gonna happen.
That's a decent pick, but he's the only one right now. JFK has ult. Oh, he gets blocked off by Nat. Nice ice wall.
Good defensive play there from Nat. Really underrated play, honestly.
But they're
Carlito picks up Mushu.
Team Jack's actually going to have contestability here. They might push them to overtime if they're able to. Oh, he able? How did he get that Shatter down to the ground on Kronos?
I don't know how Shatter works.
Carlito
There
puts.
have been times I have said, "How did that hit me?" Blue here, no. Wyoming use the primal Mushu. It's kind of a Hail Mary rocket barrage from the back, but Wyoming getting work done. Flanking uses the immortality field, drops the window. It's just he and Bodhi. Kip's gonna use Transcendence because she's gonna guarantee this fight here, and that's
Whoa.
one way
The checkpoint.
to do it. Noodles backing off here. They almost forced him into overtime there, County, so they don't have a whole lot of time to get third.
No, they don't.
And we know how third can be on this.
Yeah, third is a lot of long sight lines, like we said. We got JFK still on the McCree. He's ultra dangerous. Musha's gonna have to be real careful, use his cover up in the air. But you know, Scouty, another story is Kip anchoring at this the Zenyatta. She's been really using Transcendence at the right times. Basically saves that fight for him and just pouring out damage, putting those Discord orbs on people. Blue's gonna carry one with him right now.
Yep, he's got the Discord on from Kip, and that just helps your team know who to focus. Nat's gonna use Blizzard here. I think it's a little deep. If they can get Noodles, it'll be worth it. Shatter on from Kronos. He picks up Blue, but
30 seconds.
Nice.
Blue able to survive this. Big heals from Al flanking. He's trying to keep Noodles alive. He's gonna go down for it.
Well, that was a good peel by Noodles because Mr. Blue was in a little bit of trouble there. Got shattered, was on the ground. Oh,
I knew now. Bodacious is going to use the Transcendence here to just stall out. Carlito comes out with the visor. Not able to really get anything done because of, again, Grunt's got that immortality field out. Carlito's got the Discord orb on him, and now he's trapped. Gets Winston down. Mr. Blue. Noodles gets taken out by Kronos, but then Kronos turns around and gets smacked by Noodles, so we're down to Kip. Does she have a hero play? Does Mushu have a hero play?
all right.
Jack's gonna hold.
Score.
Did you know that Rocket Barrage from the back was the name of Dame's Garage Band in high school?
Oh yeah, those garage bands in the Discord, you know, they've spanned quite the genres.
Initiating match.
I just didn't know we had so many musical people
You know, full of surprises, Scouty. Full of surprises.
all the time. I can't fly over the top of the Don Robotico rum factory, apparently. That's
No.
unfortunate.
All right,
I've
so
never even noticed the Capitol over there. That's kind of cool. Learn new things every time I fly through something. Ken.
Ready for battle.
all right, so Team Jack's gonna come out. JFK gonna go on that Reaper. He's gonna be looking for those flanks like he has been. We're gonna stay with Noodles on the Rhine. Blue's gonna stick with the Sigma.
I
Wyoming's
like
gonna
that
play
pick
the
from Blue.
Sigma.
He played really well on the Sigma.
He did. He did. We're gonna see how this goes. You know, JFK, they're gonna have to watch him. They're gonna have to track him, like we said. Wyoming, maybe less so. You know, not with no Roadhog or even the Zarya right now. Sigma not really a very mobile hero.
No, you'd like to see Lucio with that Sigma. At least I do. I know I haven't been always paying attention to the bans, but I don't recall if he was banned on this. A lot of salt happening in the chat. You love to see it. Lucio goes down early from Outflanking, who's playing that Ana.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of Ana play.
No, and I'd love to see it.
Yes, you'd love to see it. Keeping Grunt under pressure right there, but Nat's gonna put a wall up between the healers and the tanks. Noodles is gonna be frozen if he's not careful. Does get the shield up in time.
Good heals there from Bodhi. Good awareness to see his tank there and get that Zenyatta ball on him. And pick there from JFK on a Kip. That's a big pick, but Luciu's able to get JFK. Let's see which team takes the advantage here. Nat in the back working on Bodhi. Able to get him. He's gonna die for it. And again, the spawn advantage is for Jax here, so you want to be maybe a little more careful about that.
Yeah, if you're Team Jax, so once you get that advantage, you got to push a little bit harder. You want to see Noodles and Mr. Blue kind of put the pressure on, trust their healers, put the pressure on the other tanks, and try to push through these chokes like this.
Yeah, definitely. And you saw that from Kronos on Team Mouse's offense. He was real aggressive, stayed on that payload, and just pushed quite a long way on his own. Just while there was fights happening around him.
And JFK gets a pick on Kip in the back. That's a big pick. It's going to be a healer down. They got to push this advantage.
Kind of targeting Kip a little bit, but Team Mouse is doing well. Nano on the Noodles.
Oh, Noodles going to go up in the air.
From, oh, and perfect Transcendence from Bodacious. Shatter out from Kronos. He gets two. JFK is chasing down Wyoming. He's going to go down. Noodles is swinging for the fences onto Kronos. Decides to shatter there. It didn't get anybody. I think he got it into Kronos' shield.
He did.
Scrappy fight here.
Yeah, JFK at 95%. He knows how to use these Death Blossoms, so you're going to have to keep an eye on him. He's going to go for probably a teleport. He's going to come around the other side. He's going to look for the Gravitic Flux. He's going to drop it. He's going to get two.
He gets two. Nat was able to block him with his own ice block. Nat has that Discord. He's got to be careful. Blue's going to get him down, and then Wyoming, who comes out on the ball.
What a
This is
peel.
one of our first team kills.
It is. What a peel by Blue to save JFK when he's facing off against Nat as the Mei.
Yeah, definitely. Blue came in, helped him.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Carlito got the visor. He's putting pressure on Nat at the Mei. Nat gets healed, or Nat gets healed up though.
One thing I have noticed though is that every time Lucian shows his face, he's got that Discord orb on him, and press Q to respawn on the Pharah.
Yeah, and Kronos able to just kind of push his way right through the front line. Gets JFK. They pick up Noodles. We got the Hogs back out, but that Ana's going to be key to kind of slowing that Hog down, keeping the heals from coming.
Yeah, Outflank is gonna have to have his antis ready for Wyoming's Hog, because we've seen what he can do there, and we know it's a rough go.
So now if you're JFK, you've got a couple different stuns you need to worry about. You need to worry about the Rock coming in from the Sigma. You need to worry about the Hook and the Charge. So you got a couple different things to keep in mind. You gotta watch your cooldowns.
You definitely watch your cooldowns. Don't forget about that mace spray. Transcendence out from Bodacious here. They're just kind of forcing the payload with that Transcendence. Wyoming able to pick up JFK. Nat's gonna use his freeze there. Visor out from Carlito. Nat's got the anti on him.
Yeah.
Full Hog out from Wyoming. It's gonna knock Noodles back. Outflanking not able to hit him with the sweep. Lift out from Blue. He's able to lift him up. JFK gets two. He gets Kronos and Grunt. Nano out onto Noodles. Get aggressive there, Noodles. You got the Nano, bud.
Oh, Carlito saves JFK's life while he's frozen. He has been just solid. I don't know if he's died too many times there with the soldier just playing it correctly.
I've played quite a few games with Carlito, and I can tell you, County, that I would say 90% of his Overwatch has been live Pup Cup play.
Yeah.
So he is forged in the fires of the Pup Cup.
Everyone, heal up.
But good solid player. I know myself taking duels with him in death matches and whatnot, that he is no slouch. I mean, he will punish you if you play sloppy.
Yeah, he's, you know, we've had so many people come up big that really haven't played a lot of Overwatch. Pillow today, Pistol Pete. I mean, it's great to see these people shine along with the mainstays that we have.
Definitely, and I mean, we meme about it in this joke, but you love to see it. JFK gets 2, he gets Kip and Nat there. Mr. Blue able to pick up Kronos, and then Immortality is going to go down. So Team Jax is getting a good push here, but they're just going to use that Transcendence. Might be a little early, County.
Yeah, they probably got one more big fight on this point. You'd want to use that, but and this is right where you'd want it because you've got 4 people frozen, almost 5 people frozen, but Noodles is gonna ride the point to victory.
Yeah, Noodles rides the payload in.
Oh my God, Noodles rides the payload to victory.
He must have saw that that Corey One Piece advertisement.
All right.
Nat with the play of the game. Good aim from Nat there.
You know, Nat, I said I wanted to see him on the Lucio, but he's been playing a solid DPS as well.
Yeah, I think Nat's one of those players that, you know, has come into his own a little bit. Like, everybody, again, has those comfort picks. You and I have comfort picks, and so do our players. And being forced, or in some cases knowing that maybe a teammate's better at a different hero, or it just works for the team composition to have a little bit of a difference there, a little different role can make a difference. And yeah, Nat's playing a solid Reaper.
All right, well, we're going to our map 5. This is it. This is for the Pup Cup final ticket. Whatever team wins, once again, there we go. Whatever team wins is going to punch their ticket to the Pup Cup finals. I can't think of a better ending for today before the All-Star game, Scouty.
Oh, it's you knew it was going to happen. You knew map 5 was going to happen. And you know what else was inevitable? Grunt is out of town right now. So that's what we're waiting on. So once Grunt gets back into town, we're going to go to Ilios.
We're going to Ilios. And, you know, Ilios has 2 pretty big environmental maps. I think if I'm JFK, if I'm Team Jax, I'm going to want to take those away. I'm going to want to take the Hog away from the tanks on Team Mouse, because that's where Titian and Wyoming are going to shine.
Yeah, but like you said before, Wyoming's proven that he's not a Hog one trick. He can play other heroes, and it almost doesn't matter at this point. I mean, you want to take out of the other team's hands where you feel like you're getting beat. And I mean, if you take Reaper away from JFK, you get the McCree.
Or the Junkrat.
Or the Junkrat. Yeah. I mean, there's really, what do you do? And again, we said it before when Team Bruce was playing. You take Junkrat away from Corey and then you get May. So definitely be careful what you wish for in some of these situations.
Absolutely.
I'm so excited that Internet Dad 911 is playing Minecraft. I see him up there in the Minecraft server. He's solo Minecrafting.
He's by himself in the Minecraft server. You know, he's just having fun, Scouty.
Yeah, I mean, I pegged him for a Minecraft guy from day one, I think.
Yeah, so looks like we're going to have bans on Reaper and Hog.
I kind of think we could have predicted that, County.
Yeah. Yeah, the Hog ban I totally get. Obviously JFK just running amok as Reaper. So We're gonna see what happens here.
I knew it was gonna be a map 5. I love it. I love it. Man,
Yep.
your camera.
My camera does not like me today. It's
Right,
it's definitely the
right.
whiteness.
There it is. See, you have it. You have it. It's perfect.
Yeah, better now. But it's like every time I turn this 5 head of mine around, so
I'm telling you, it's the reflection. Your camera's trying to like
yeah,
trying
absolutely.
to see like the heavenly body up there. It recognizes it as its own planet. What
Yeah,
is that like? So I married an axe murderer. It's like an orange on a toothpick.
oh, an orange on a toothpick. You're now, Scotty. That's a dated reference. And
I
luckily,
know, but it's
I'm the
one of my
only person
favorites.
here old enough to understand it. Also, nice shirt, by the way.
The sock gets it. It's like Sputnik.
Sputnik.
Oh yeah, I got my Pup Cup shirt
That's
on.
right.
You know?
So let's put it on the line now. Who do you pick to take this? Who's punching the ticket to face Team Bruce in the finals next week?
Oh man, I knew you were gonna do this to me. I knew it. I mean, gosh, Grunt on that BAP. He's doing super well. You know, his immortality fields have been really solid. But man, you can't make me pick against the healer team, County. You can't do it.
Oh, I should have known you were healer gang until the end.
Healer gang till I die, man.
You know, I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say Mouse is my favorite to run away with this, just because, you know, in your control point maps, it's a fight where you need everybody, right? And I think they have been very cohesive, and I think they've been working really well together. You know, JFK's been doing a lot of work. They've been playing really well. Flankin's been doing well. Blue's been doing well. Bodie's been doing well. But, you know, I think they've got the cohesion now that they can actually pull this off, because, you know, the biggest problem you have in these maps is trickle, and we know this from playing with Edible.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
Edible,
can't
AKA
one at a time.
Trickle Master.
Yeah, that's what his urologist calls him, I think. But
Wow.
all right, so
Also, get off thesaurus.com. You said cohesion 4 times in that last bit. So
all right, so after this we get the All-Star game coming up. I'm excited to see who makes it. I'm more excited, I think, you know, for the finals and to see who gets to take home our trophies, which we saw in the hype video. But I am excited to actually play some Overwatch tonight as well.
I am too. Obviously we do Pup Cup because we love Overwatch, and you know, it's just we get to play, County.
That's right. Let's go to
We
Elios.
get to play and do some tactical crouching.
Now arriving at Ilios.
Oh, Grunt giving baby Grunt a midnight snack of a phone charger, as you do.
For safety's sake, we got Pistol Pete coming into the
Is
cast.
this the guest caster coming
How
in
was-
for map 5?
How was
I'm muted.
Minecraft?
No,
sir?
I'm muted. I'm just sitting here. You guys exiled me to Minecraft. I didn't go there on my own.
Oh, I thought
You know
you were
what?
playing on.
I
I
think-
thought you were
was
playing
sent.
on your very
No, I
own
was
Christian Minecraft
no.
server.
I believe that was extrajudicial punishment.
Got you.
Well,
I
it's
am now
been,
muting again.
it's been meted out, so you're good to go. All right, let's look at the comps for the 2 teams we got here.
Oh, we're getting a little switch up here. Mr. Blue gonna go off tank, grab support.
We're gonna see
They're
JFK
gonna-
on tank.
JFK going on to tank. Kip rolling out with that Lucio.
4,
Grunt. I'm just gonna call it his main today.
round
Baptiste.
1. Capture the objective.
Yeah, I like Al flanking on the. We've seen the Farah from flanking, and it was very solid in the last game, and that's going to be hard for Moose to track that, being new to this game. And JFK will be able to use that kinetic grasp to boost himself up a bit. He's going to hit Mushu with the rock. He's going to grab a bunch of rounds. That's going to be a lot of shields, almost 700 worth.
Got a ton of shields down there, so it's
Yeah.
gonna be a hard kill.
Flanking's going to do what I said, and he's just going to take Mushu down while he's focusing on other targets. That's a great pick for the comp for Team Jax.
Wyoming in a little trouble here by himself. Flankin doesn't see him, I don't think.
Oh,
He
no!
moved himself down into the well. He's able to get out. Carlito's gonna go down to Nat. Carlito picking up Wyoming though. That's a big kill, I think.
Oh,
Oh, oh,
Mushu. See, now Kronos does that charge. And
Battle of
he's...
the tanks over here.
Say what? Oh, Flanking gets the boop on the Kip right into the well. Down he goes.
Carlito taking down Mushu.
That's the first
we
tick,
go.
though. That's the first take.
First take. That is the first take. Team Jack's gonna start building up percentage here.
I don't think Pistol Pete knows he's not muted right now.
I know. I'm muted. I'm muted.
Just because. I mean, there was some coughing and some.
I'm muted. I know.
It's all right.
I got it.
We got
It's
this.
fine.
I mean, because you can hardly tell the difference. Once I get my Pistol Pete mouthwash fully going, I'll start exactly right. Lift out here from the whatever that is, the brass of JFK.
Once again, Grunt clutches the lamp, the immortality field.
Ram coming out from Grunt and then followed up by the beat from Kip. They've invested both their defensive ultimates, so they need to get on that point. Bodhi coming in with the transcendence, just keep his team topped up here, able to take the fight. Matt switched over to that soldier. He's discorded. He's got to get out of there. Now flanking, launching rockets in. He's gonna help out with that splash damage on the Pharah. Kronos just moved over to the Diva, and Al flanking picks up Grunt and Kronos. Another fight one here for Jax.
Yeah, that's a strong start for Jax. They're gonna get up to probably about 80% before Miles can even try to come and contest, but they're gonna put a lot of pressure on him as well.
Mushu gonna fire up the tank for him. Let's see if he can do some of his Route 66 heroics. Through there. Noodles with the shatter. JFK following it up with the lift to get Kip. The lamp not quite there. Visor out here from Nat. He gets rocked down by JFK. And that's going to be that. 96% here. Grunt on the point to try and contest. He's by himself, so it's not going to end well for Grunt. Kronos touches up on the Diva. Carlito comes out with the Visor. Most of it gets DM'd down. Kronos chasing him. He's out of mech now. Kip doing her best little Satan impression, bouncing around on that Lucio.
Oh, Flanking.
Stall out.
Flanking almost went in the well for the second time. Why am I going to come back and try to stall on the Winston?
Good idea there. I mean, yet at that point, when you're down and you have to get on the point, you got to do whatever you can. Good round there from Team Jack.
1-0.
Yeah, that was a decisive win on that map.
Ready for battle.
All right, so now if you're Team Mouse, how do you counter this? How do you come back out here?
Well, I mean, you know that Mushu coming out on that Bastion, and Team Jax is well aware of that, so they're doing what they can to mitigate it. They're double shielding. They've got that Sigma. So, like you said, JFK was able to get 700 shields off, the flurry, and so that just makes him super hard to kill. So I think what you've got to do here is, and you're seeing it now, is they're going to set up with a bunker comp here.
Yeah, not a bad idea that Orisa. We saw this with Shuffle being an excellent Orisa. Kronos gonna take the accretion rock to the face.
Just takes it right in the dome. Flanking doing what he can to deal with Mushu, and now flanking on that flank takes Mushu out.
I like that play by Kronos because he got behind the Sigma JFK and was able to just hit him a couple times. The hammer's going to build all charge and also get the pick on him.
Yeah, I think Team Jax is going to have to either go to a flanker type DPS here. I mean, Al flanking has been doing what he needs to do as far as dealing with Mushu on that Bastion, but if they're able to get Mushu down in buying Wyoming, they're going to have a hard time moving this bunker comp.
Yeah, like we've seen in Pub Cups past, once you get set up on the bunker comp, it's hard to do anything about it. Mushu's taking rockets. He's probably going to want to move at this point because Flanking's got him dialed in with those fire rounds, and JFK's going to come around the end and just disassemble him.
Gets everybody's favorite Omnic out.
That's a good.
Kronos just swinging for the fences over here. He's well supported by both Grunt and Kip, so Kronos doesn't have a whole lot to worry about. Transcendence out for Mr. Blue. He's trying to keep his Rhine up, but got that Discord orb on him.
Kronos in a bit of trouble.
Kronos is a little cut off, but Nat's able to help him out and get Noodles. Things looking real good for Team Mouse right now.
Scouty, if this keeps
Outflanking.
up, we might be going to map 3.
Oh, you knew
Game
it was going
5.
to happen, County.
True Pup Cup fashion.
Absolutely. I'm here for it. This double shield comp giving Team Jax a little bit of a hard time. JFK getting real close to that lift. Carlito's going to invest the advisor here.
Justice reigns from
Flankin picks up Grunt. Carlito got Nat.
Well, that's
Carlito also got Kronos, so now you got
Carlito.
two Jax. They got numbers.
Ay Dios mío.
Yep, just jump off the mat. She was on the Zen. Too slow to jump off the mat. Can't
You
do
know what?
it there.
I hate to say this, but I think Kronos is holding on to his shatter just a little bit too long.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't really need to use it, I guess. I mean, hindsight is 20/20, obviously. Shatter in from Noodles.
It was a great fortify by Wyoming to save getting thrown in the air by JFK. See, now you've got the advantage right now if you're Kronos. Use that shatter, get some people on their back. You got nobody with a shield in front of you, but he's waiting to get healed up, which is a smart play.
High ground. Carlito chases him off. There's
Oh,
the shatter out. Blue's able to get out with his fade on that Moira, but only one that can touch up is outflanking, and he goes down to Mushu in recon mode. I don't think anybody's gonna get over here from Team
oh my
Jackson.
goodness. Oh
As we
my
figured.
goodness. Are
As we
we
figured.
winner take all? Round
It all
3.
comes down to this, County.
Elios. Are you guys having fun yet? I'm having a ton of fun.
Ready for
It's
battle.
always fun. You know what I want to see? I want to see somebody play the wrecking ball for those big boops through the middle.
Absolutely.
And it is sweaty. It is sweaty.
Dame taking the we'll say, as Boba would say,
Can we get a
taking, oh, we got to
pause,
pause.
County?
We got to pause. I see JFK has
Yeah.
left the game. We don't want to lose out on that. It's a great time to run our ads one more time before we start the All-Star game after this round. So let's
That's right, the All-Star game.
the All-Star game. We still got Overwatch to play, Scott. Ads are off.
Oh,
hit
guard
the
the
ball.
objective while showing off your payload.
Kip's in the chat talking about how she's a Zen main. I don't disagree. You know, we've seen her on the Mercy. She carried on the Mercy for a lot of the Pup Cups past. You know, played a little bit of
On
the
the
BAP.
Soldier was her like Pup Cup debut. She came out on the Soldier and just wrecked shop.
Wrecked everyone, but you know, she's a true flex. She plays a lot of mystery heroes. Now we got another pause coming in. All right,
Another pause.
people leaving the
Pause,
game.
pause. Hey.
Oh, Grunt's game crashed. Try again. Unpause. Unpause?
Unpause.
Are we good?
Are we good, teams?
Okay.
We're gonna have to
All
call
right,
Kip,
here we go. Everybody's excited. Everybody wants to finish this. We are on round 3 of map 5 for the Pup Cup Finals. Whoever wins this
Who
round.
gets to do battle with that British beast, Bruce.
Oh, Mushu gonna get set up in the wrong spot, and there he goes, down like a box of
I'm gonna blame that
Legos.
on the pause. I'm gonna blame that on the pause. I didn't have a chance to get their shield set up. Kronos working this left flank over here. Nat on the point on the May gets deleted by Carlito. You know, I don't even think we can say Carlito's sneaky good anymore, County. He's just a
No,
good player.
he's just crossed over into good. I mean, we watched him clear the point off on the last map, and Jack's going to take an early 10% lead right off the bat. Team Jax has got to come back.
There. JFK is going to huck the rock right into Mushu's face. Right in the robo face.
Team Mouse is going to have to regroup. They gotta get their fights together.
They do. You can't have that trickle there. That's the bane of all control points.
Kronos going to go around and test the perimeter. Nua's just going to stand there steadfast. He's going to get charged for it. He's not moving really. Kronos
Shatter in there from Kronos.
Big
He picks up
shatter.
3. He's able to get JFK. Carlito makes him pay. This could be one of these fights that can go either way, but there's no numbers, and Blue using the coalescence on the Moira.
Yeah, Wyoming had the right idea there. Tried to pull him off the back of the map, but the just not able to grab him with it. Just kind of picked him up in the air and set him down.
At this stage of the game, I know it's late, but I wouldn't mind seeing Mushu get on that McCree.
Yeah, you know, that's a great wall by Nat.
Beats out from Bodhi. Wyoming's got that fortify on. This is kind of almost last fight territory. Blizzard on. Carlito's got that healing down. He's able to keep me and Bodhi going. Supercharger out from Wyoming. Kip just pouring the damage on. Here comes out flanking with the barrage. Grunt able to keep Wyoming up. Got 2v2 now in the middle. Wyoming and Grunt.
This is for the Pup Cup Finals. It's down to this. It's overtime. Grunt doing his best to keep peeking in and out of cover, keep Wyoming up. He's not able to. Nat's able to get onto the point. Mushu's going to come out in the tank. JFK is just going to body block him.
It was just far too late.
Oh my
Coming in
god.
with the Transcendence, trying to keep it going. Nat's just firing icicles everywhere. There's a wall out. Noodles and Kronos doing battle on the Reinhardts. Kronos shatters, doesn't get anything. Noodles is going to pay for it. They're able to get him down. Wyoming in on the ball. Noodles swinging for the fences. Beat in for Bodhi, and this could be it. They just got to get rid of the ball. Carlito comes in late, able to help clean it up, and there it is.
There it is. Wow.
GG.
Wow.
Play of the game.
Kip's going to get play of the game. Solid Zen.
Main Kip.
Solid Zen, but Jack's able to punch their ticket to the Pup Cup Finals next week. Now we're going to move on to the All-Star game, but, I mean, that couldn't have been any closer. Seesaw battle all the way down. Team Mouse, I mean, from the last Pup Cup, just absolute improvement across the board. Everybody just, you know, doing great things. But Carlito kind of the story of this one, Scouty. Really clutch when they needed
Carlito
it.
had a really strong showing here. I mean, as did Outflanking. That last map, switching out over to the Pharah, it just was a difference maker, I think, on Ilios there.
Absolutely. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna send this over to Mushu, I believe. I think Mushu's gonna carry the All-Star game for us. Everybody that played tonight, incredible games. Incredible games. I can't wait for the finals. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with my hands. These games were just insane, and that one did not disappoint at all.
No, they never do, man. Pup Cup, it's, I don't know. We talk about it offline, we talk about it online, we talk about it in Discord. It's just all the players and all the teams get better every single time, and it's really fun to watch. Like you said earlier, it's like a proud dad moment. And I'm gonna shout it out to Tree. Absolutely, Healer Gang. I mean, that's what we do as Overwatch analysts, you know? Just,
Healer game.
Healer Gang all the way.
All right. Well, I mean, Jaws on the floor, but let's pick him up and let's play some Overwatch. How many times are you gonna kill Edible? I'm thinking 20. 20 times.
Probably 20 to 2,000.
Yeah, that sounds like a safe bet.
In that range.
That sounds like a safe bet. So, gonna like I said, kick it over to Well, actually, do you want to do a quick interview while I'm getting things ready? We want
Yeah.
to talk to some of the players and see what they thought about that. I mean, I'm probably still catching their breath a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
You know me. I always got this notebook full of questions. I think I can unmute you now, Pete.
Yeah, well, he's good now.
Oh,
There's
hello.
Bodie.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
oh hi.
How's it going?
I am here.
You're here.
Yes.
Well, tell me what you're thinking. Break down all 3 games for me in detail.
Throw orbs and heal.
Yeah.
That's literally all it
Throw orbs
was.
and heal.
Because
Yeah.
the greatest thing was the last round that we just lost. I don't know if you guys caught it, but Kip and I 100% Orba discorded each other and then orbed, like normal attacked with Zenny each other both at 100%, and we killed each other, literally bobbing and weaving the like
Amazing.
opposite of each other. It was, I couldn't help but laugh.
Is it the Zen Duel of Destiny?
It was literally orb at the same time, balls thrown, both die.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
All right. Bruce
That
and
was
Jax.
fun.
Yeah, those games were amazing, honestly.
Kip Senziata is pretty crazy.
Mhm.
I don't think she
No,
needs
we kept sniping
another
each other out
healer.
of it. If I wasn't paying attention, she'd hit me, and if she wasn't paying attention, I'd clip her. It was fun.
Well, and we have all-star
It was
healer
like ultimate
Kippington.
dodgeball.
Kip,
Yes, sir.
how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Doing great.
Yeah. Have you had
Yeah.
any? Like I asked Bodie to break down all games, all 5 maps for me, and so I wanted your perspective.
My perspective. Well, I can't really break down all the maps because, well, let's be real, I don't remember most of them. But
Kip's living in the now.
yeah, I will say I am extremely impressed with my team. The communication was so good. It was so good. The callouts were amazing. It was a very, very, very well fought match, and it felt very even. And kudos to Team Jax. They took it. It was great.
It was a lot of fun to watch, and you can definitely see improvement on every player, honestly.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
massively.
And just the county looked up a word on thesaurus.com, cohesion, and
Who gave him the internet?
I don't know.
Take that away from him.
Oh,
I mean,
my
you
Did we
would
God.
vote
think
for this, Kip?
you
I
would-
didn't vote for this.
He would think he'd be able to Google like on forehead so that his camera would work, but here we are.
Man,
A
He
career
just sunk
built
his
on
battleship.
failure.
that's a disappointment.
The disappointment.
We can get County one of those calendars that gives him like a word of the day for each day, and then he has to use
Oh,
it like
yeah.
X amount of times.
Yes.
Okay,
He
I'm
was
gonna write
supposed to
that
have
down.
like an electric buzzer for when he said big or huge, and Dame was gonna zap him.
That didn't happen.
That
That
sounds weird.
did not happen,
That sounds
unfortunately.
very weird. I'm more on board with the word of the day calendar. So Scouty, write that down and
Okay,
let's get that.
I'm writing it down.
Thank you so much.
In my
Alright.
notebook.
Appreciate it.
Do you want to know what I've written in my notebook so far?
That Kip is the best Zen on the planet and Edible can never play him again.
Pop cup semis. That's what I wrote down.
Oh
Pop
my
cup
goodness.
semis. Yeah,
Somehow.
All right.
going great over here. That's
Indeed.
how I prepare, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm proud of you.
Well, if-
I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
But it was fun, and Kip, I didn't bop you off. I held to my word. I didn't do it.
Thank you so much.
You're
Kip
welcome. Next
Incorporated
time,
appreciates
I
it.
gave you your one. Next time, no. Next time I'm bopping you.
Next
I
time,
gave you your
no.
one time.
Bold of you to think there's going to be a next time, Booty.
Wow, bold.
Bold.
You're right. I
Very
got voted
bold.
off. I didn't get my immunity totem or my marshmallow. Sorry, guys.
Nope. Also, I'm not playing in the finals, so I don't know what you want from me.
Well, you got now you
I
get to
just don't want to fight
play.
against you in Overwatch eventually.
So
You get to play
remember
the
the
Mystery
teams
Heroes.
that didn't make it actually get to play Mystery Heroes before the finals game. So you still have some Overwatch to play next week.
Oh, for sure.
And
I mean,
and-
I'm going to
some-
play Mystery Heroes anyways. It's what I do.
yeah.
That is true.
I'm gonna send it over to Mushu here in a second, getting things set up for the All-Star game.
It was fun, guys.
Yeah, that was a great game. That was so much fun to watch.
It really was.
I actually didn't sweat, which was kind of weird. I
Are
think
you-
Zen
are you
actually gave
okay?
me. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think Zen actually gives me Zen.
Tranquility.
It gives me actual Zen and tranquility. I actually didn't.
All
And I
right.
don't sweat in the process. However, I think we do need to petition a deodorant company to sponsor said Pop Cup.
We're good. We're
Secret
good.
or
Hopefully I'm
We'll
able to
work on
start
that. I mean,
Dave, help me.
as
I don't know.
everybody
Yeah,
saw,
spectators, we
we
should go
had
and see. Yeah,
plenty
we're
of sponsors.
Great.
So.
We're
there's a,
wonderful.
yeah, and there's a lot of sweat.
No yelling on the bus.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
new one to consider.
Hello.
All right.
All right, sending it
mean-
over to Mushu.
Hi.
We're gonna hop into the one of the channel scouting. Let's play some Overwatch.
Let's do it.
Welcome.
That was weird.
What was this?